Okay.
Hey, Noctis. Do the intro.
Yeah. Yeah, what's up?
We're doing
the
an
intro.
we're doing an
Welcome,
ASMR
people, to the
podcast.
Luna Lounge. Well, okay. Well, you interrupted me, so introduction is ruined. I can't do it anymore.
Wait,
I
I'm
mean, you
confused.
do
I
it.
thought we were
You-
counting
you-
down to do the countdown.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, no, he said do the intro. I started it. He interrupted me. I can't
Well,
do the
it
intro.
was just silent. Fine, Banana, you do the intro.
Oh, putting me on the
All right,
spot.
Banana, do the intro.
I'm not good
Yep.
with this.
This is your audition. You and Heavy. We're gonna give you each a chance to.
All right,
audition.
fine.
Yeah.
Welcome
intro
to another
competition.
episode of the Luna Lounge.
What episode
Welcome
is
to
it?
the Luna Lounge, where we're gonna rock all night.
I immediately want to throw Heavy out the window. Where's the ban button?
Yep.
Welcome to the Luna Fridge, where I am living here in here. It's
Get
nice
out
and
of the
cold.
fridge.
No. NANI?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do have to turn on. I do have to mute all the things, as I always forget.
Nani?
Banana,
Rapscallions.
you're supposed to be testing this before I hit record.
Too bad.
Well, all right. Well, welcome to the most chaotic intro ever. This is called Noctis Has a New Mic, the series.
Chaos reigns.
Ooh, I like it.
I'm
Not
actually
really.
gonna. I'm
I do have a
actually
new
gonna
mic, and I am
ban.
excited about it.
I do have to ban Heavy now.
All
Alright.
right. Well, you know, Heavy is a good run. All
Apparently,
right. Right,
he got a midriff and now thinks he's Christian Bale.
Oh God.
What did you do with her, Joker?
I don't know, but
What?
yes.
Jeez, now you make me think of make me think of College Humor, and because those sketches were amazing.
Oh yeah.
I thought of Pete Holmes. Yeah, but you know, everyone's got their own preferences, I guess.
Yeah, guys. So this is potentially the last episode that I'll have on Wednesday. I start my
Ooh.
hashtag real world job next week,
Oof.
but I don't actually know what my schedule's
Dun,
like.
dun,
So
dun,
it may,
dun.
I should still be able to do weekdays.
Dun, 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 dun.
So Wednesday, so this should be still okay. But if it's not,
Started with a bang, ended with banana.
blame Banana.
Oh wow. Blame
Let's
Banana.
see.
100% blame Banana.
It's all good.
And yeah, so all right, so we have big orders of business. All right, one, if you couldn't tell,
Okay.
Noctis has a new mic.
I do.
Second,
Oh
I
my
do,
god,
I do,
he
I do.
does.
All
We
right.
all do.
So now
Is it true?
it was mentioned before how we have to change our Patreon goal because we used to say that the Patreon money goes into getting Noctis a new mic. So we are adjusting that to step 2 of the plan that doesn't exist, into getting a Luna Lounge theme song. So if you want to support the podcast and help us buy a theme song 1 episode earlier, feel free to head out to the Patreon. Yeah.
I still like my new mic idea, but you know.
I mean, I'll take a $500 mic. You know, we take turns just getting new mics. I'll get a new mic, and then you get a new mic, and then Heavy gets lower mic.
Oh.
Oh my.
Oh, I see. I see what's
Ooh.
going on. What kind of mic I get? Potato
You
mic.
don't. You get
Whatever
the-
kind of mic you want.
You get Mikey Plain.
I was
Oh.
literally gonna make that same reference.
I was gonna get like a clean mic, you know?
A clean mic,
I don't
not
know,
a dirty
no,
mic.
or- unless you're
Well, you
doxing
have a
Mr.
clean
Clean's
mic?
name
I
as
mean-
Mike.
Does he
Mr.
go by
Clean's
Mr.?
mic.
Is his name actually Mike? Is this where
No.
we're finding out Mr. Clean's name?
No.
Also, can we? All right, we have to address the elephant in the room. All right, I know you guys can sense that there's some negative tension between me and Noctis. This is because I can't believe I'm saying this.
Is there?
He played Pokemon Unite without me. He was cheating on me with
Listen.
Heavy.
Listen, you know, Heavy was there for me when you were not. It's been this way for a while.
Sorry that
I
I've
didn't
been
wanna break it to you. I
working
wasn't
so
right.
hard trying to
I didn't
provide.
expect you, you know, I didn't expect you to see the video of us together. That wasn't meant to be public, you know.
You know that I was gonna look at your stream.
That's true.
But you watched him, tFay, and you said nothing.
You did watch. Yeah, that's true. You did show up
I
last
said I
night,
was going to
and
cry.
just like peace out
I
like it
was
was nothing.
crying all night. I'm crying more
I
than
highly
Catherine
doubt that.
did when we didn't get a Chocochu. I mean, we did get some pretty damn good cards, but no Chocochu. Life has no meaning. But
Poor,
it's okay.
poor tFay.
It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, I was
Poor
saying this
tFay.
before
He'll make
before we hit recording. But the Indie World Direct aired today. Many stealth drops on Switch. And just many good games in general. I don't know. Has anyone else besides me
pretty
watched
good.
the? All right, Banana's seen it. Cool.
I didn't see it. I just took like a brief look at it, and I was like, yeah.
I was
no, no.
unaware there was a
that
direct
okay.
today.
So there was an indie direct today, and then rumors indicate that there's gonna be a Pokemon direct next month. So just keep a heads up for. But apparently nobody, you guys don't care about video game news.
What the heck else are they gonna announce for Pokemon? They haven't
What do
even
you
released
mean?
the stuff they announced last time.
Maybe
They're gonna
more
show us.
sneak
They're
peeks
gonna
and
show
legends.
us. More Arceus. They're gonna show us a tree and then make the entire internet rage because of one tree. Oh wait, that's Sword and Shield.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Um,
I still say Sword and Shield gets a bit too much hate for. That's a pretty good game.
no. Okay, it's not whether or not it's a good. You have to understand that when it comes to sequels, and like it or not, this is technically a sequel. That it's not supposed to just be good or not good. The question is it better than? And the fact, if you're gonna look at, all right, let's ignore the national decks because honestly, that's just people being bitches. All right, it does not matter if you can transfer your 900 Pokemon from the previous game into this one. All right, you're not gonna use them. Shut up. All right. Now, in terms of the graphical thing, all right, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee came out before Sword and Shield and looks years better. So when you have that as comparison on a previous game, it really doesn't make Sword and Shield look good. And the tree.
And Sword, I still not that bad. I like.
No, it's not that bad. It's about better. They know Nintendo can
Do you agree?
better.
Do you agree that maybe the internet overreacted a little bit to Sword and Shield?
Of course they overreacted. But my point,
That's what the internet is there for.
I'm not saying they didn't overreact. I am merely pointing out that the point on the graphics when comparing to Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee is valid. They're also voicing similar complaints for the new remakes, but to be fair, the remakes aren't being made by Pokemon companies.
I have a question / little story to tell. Did anyone else accidentally, when looking up the Pokemon thing, accidentally get an ad or a preview for that new Pal World game also coming out for the Switch and think that was Pokemon when the preview first started playing and then was like completely shocked and surprised when the main character like pulled out a machine gun and started mowing down monsters?
No, but I just realized we also didn't introduce our guest. God damn it, Noctis.
I tried doing the intro. You interrupted me. I said that several times.
All right,
That is your
Banana,
fault, not mine.
introduce the guests.
Oh yeah, that was Banana's job anyway. He was giving us an idea.
today we are here with the lovely Hebi. Hello.
Hello.
And then we also have a wild Noctis right over there.
I am wild. How'd you know that?
And then we have our
Okay,
favorite
there's company,
Tofu Yue.
Hi, I'm very bland and tasteless.
Oh, I see.
Wow.
Somebody didn't
Am I
pick it
wrong?
properly then?
It's just funny. He just straight up calling himself tasteless.
Well, apparently my taste is
man.
trash. You guys were all yelling at me last week for not liking Galarian Rapidash.
Yeah,
It's all
well,
good.
that's because you don't like Galarian Rapidash, you weirdo.
I will
Who
say
doesn't like...
that the I don't even know what you call them. The region specific Pokemon were much better in Alola than Galarian. Galaria? Galar. Galar region specific
Yeah,
Pokemon.
Galarian.
Most of them suck.
Yeah, Galar region Galarian though. Yeah, I didn't like Galarian Meowth though. So I mean, to be fair,
But Galarian,
But
Meowth, and Pressure were the
do
few
a
good
lot of people-
ones. The Alola and Meowth suck.
Really?
Galarian,
Galarian
Meowth, and
Meowth.
Berserker were good. You don't
What?
like Meowth with a beard?
This sucks.
You don't like Meowth with a beard?
God, no. Listen, if you had watched the stream last night, if you were a true fan and a good friend, you'd have been there to hear I'm a beard snob, and I don't like any of the Pokemon with beards.
Okay, this is literally, I'm just gonna pick a random example. This is literally if Poppy Iron Shield fused with a Meowth. And if you say
Well,
otherwise, then you
that's
obviously
not fair.
hate Poppy Iron Shield's beard.
Exactly.
I know.
You didn't mean to say I hate Poppy. That's not fair. That's kind of a cheap.
It's 100% cheap. It's so cheap. Okay.
It's
Okay.
so cheap.
Let me.
Okay. Wait, okay, here you go. Yeah, Alolan Rapidash is Kate mixed with a Rapidash, and if you hate that one, then obviously
There's no
you don't
such
like
thing as Alolan Rapidash.
Galarian Rapidash, whatever. They're both the same. Who cares? Like,
How do you justify
like-
that? How do you say that Galarian Rapidash is my girlfriend?
because
Where's the
Kate
comparison?
is majestic. She's majestic. She's amazing. Everybody seems to like her. You know, I think Galarian Rapidash has that going for it. And then you come out of the woodwork all of a sudden and start throwing shade at a Pokemon everybody
Okay.
loves.
I think that was weak and not nearly as funny as what I said. But let's just. All right, I'm gonna go through all the Galarian Pokemon real quick. All right, and I need Banana and Helmet to tell me if they like them. I'm assuming you know the Pokemon.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I've never played.
Well,
Okay.
Really? Okay.
right.
No Switch.
Well, either way, Hebi, have you played them? Do you know the Galarian Pokemon?
I know most of them.
Okay, so all right. We're gonna. If for anyone who doesn't know it, I'm gonna describe the Pokemon
I have Google.
very loosely, and then you can give an opinion just based on that
Oh,
alone.
God.
All right. So
Yeah, sure.
we
Okay,
have.
Let's hear the tFay description.
This is also
Yeah,
going to
sure.
be in order. This is going to be in order on Cerebi. So just for anyone who is wondering where I was getting this list from, it's on Cerebi. All right. So we have first Galarian Meowth, which, as I said, basically it's Meowth with a beard, where like his entire body's like one giant beard. Yay or nay? Just from the description.
Wasn't
alone.
that the one you were complaining about last night, Noctis? Because you said you're a beard snob now.
Yes, is
Did
exactly.
was Hebi not here the last 3 minutes? Or are you doing a bit?
I was referencing another
Okay.
conversation.
Yes, that is exactly what I was talking about.
Okay, Banana has
I
supplied a
think
link
most
to the
people are
live
pretty
chat
familiar.
if anyone wants to look at it. Yeah, so Galarian Meowth, yay or nay? Noctis already said nay. I say yay.
Yay.
I'd say yay.
Oh, all right. So point for
See,
Galarian
okay,
Meowth.
you know why I don't like it? It looks like I'm trying to think of it. How about like
Better
an
than the
egg sack?
Alolan
We'll go
Meowth.
like that.
Yeah, Alolan Meowth sucks.
No, Alolan Meowth I don't mind. Alolan
What?
Persian is the awful.
Well, all right. That's
Yeah.
bad for another. But Alolan Meowth is just lazy. In my opinion, it's like-
Galarian Meowth is ugly. I'll take
What?
sassy
All right.
gay
You're just.
Meowth over.
Who said he was gay? I just
should be not created.
like just the
You
premise
don't
on
get
a
gay
Meowth.
vibes from
The premise
Alolan
on a Meowth being like dark and like a thief doesn't even make any sense. Meowth learns payday. He has an infinite amount of money. There's fundamentally no reason for a Meowth to be a thief.
And what? And like the original, like Meowth that we see in the anime, is a freaking Team Rocket member. He has
Yeah.
thief written all over him. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, but that's not due to the nature of the Pokemon itself. That's an individual Meowth.
It seems like Meowth in general. They're all kind of sneaky
Okay,
little,
well,
little
I'm gonna.
bastards, you know?
Man,
we
that
can,
is so like back when I was a kid. Was there ever context beyond why or explaining why the Meowth in the cartoon never
Wow,
actually learned Payday?
what? Why he never learned
He was
Payday?
able to.
He never
Just unable to.
he never trained. He never did anything. What do you mean? He never learns any moves. He decided to like learn to be human. He doesn't train,
I mean, it knows Fury Swipes.
which categorically you learn before Payday.
Yep.
So,
Okay, well, yeah. Now I kind of want to look up the move set for
all right. Well, while he's
for-
looking that up,
Okay.
all right. So now that I'm re-looking at it, I feel like Galarian Ponyta fits the argument that was made last week about My Little Pony. Galarian Ponyta looks good and fits the My Little Pony stick. All right, and just spoiler alert: I don't like Galarian Rapidash.
I think you
It's
are
all
very,
good.
very unique in this situation.
Aesthetically, or just from like a game
We're not.
perspective?
We're not talking about game mechanics or game or competitiveness. We're just talking about if we like the Pokemon. Pick whatever reason you want to like the Pokemon or not.
Okay, aesthetics, yeah.
I mean, you can.
Plus,
I don't know. Maybe you hate the. Maybe you hate the
Payday at
type.
level 12 and Fury Swipes at 29.
Really?
So if he knows
Okay.
Fury Swipes, he
All
had
right,
the chance to learn Payday.
then he forgot Fury Swipe. Then he gave up learning Payday to learn Fury Swipes. There you go.
Taste my fury.
Moves
All
are
right.
dumb.
So what do you guys think of Ponyta and
Doesn't learn
Rapidash?
until 16.
What do you guys think of Galarian
we're
Ponyta and
talking about
Rapidash?
me? Okay.
Well, I'm just
Banana.
waiting for
thought
like
you
any
were
kind of
already-
responses. Looking for any kind of responses.
Okay, I love it. I love both of them. I think
Aesthetically, I think
they're
they're.
both fantastic designs.
They're
Yeah,
both pretty
I'll
good.
take
Okay, I
Cotton
kinda-
Candy Horse. That's pretty cool.
I don't know. I kind of agree that the Rapidash is a bit much.
Ha! Unique my ass.
How on earth is Ponyta not too much, but Rapidash is? Please explain to me why one is too much.
The hair like looks so much more natural on the Ponyta. It just looks really weird on the Rapidash.
The Ponyta looks cute and fuzzy. The Rapidash looks like
Yeah.
it's trying to be some
Or
mythical
maybe
creature
it's
out
also
of
because the
a Ghibli
Rapidash,
film.
Adult.
like the Rapidash looks angry. Maybe its mood doesn't match the aesthetic it's giving off. It's like if they
I
dress.
think you know what? I kind of like that contrast. I enjoy.
I
I've
mean,
never-
you
Rapidash
are
being the
entitled
one
to
that
your
doesn't take any
unique
shit, all
opinion.
right?
You're entitled to your unique opinion.
My unique
Yeah,
opinion. Did
yeah,
you
your
see when
unique
they announced
opinion.
those two, the internet freaking out about how much they wanted one?
No, I really
Like
didn't.
everyone wanted one.
Sort of.
Yes, very popular.
All right.
Very, very
So,
popular.
so Noctis hates beards, and he's just just goes with what everyone else likes. All right, got it. All right, Galarian Slowpoke and Slowbro. I hate them. I hate them.
Enjoy
I don't even
Slowpoke.
remember what those look like.
We put a link in the chat so you can
Yeah.
look yourself, Hebi.
We did.
I personally think they look kind
Galarian
of
Slowpoke
weird.
has like a Wi-Fi symbol. Yeah, on his forehead. You know what? Actually, I kind of like Slowbro in the idea of I'd like to see where
What?
if the
You
shoulder
wanna-
bites him in different areas, he gets different powers.
You want me to shoot? All right. No, if he didn't have the purple on him, I'd be okay with this. I'm okay
Wait,
with
Galarian
it.
Slowbro is Samus Aran from
Is it-
Metroid?
Yeah, I'm okay with the shell
Yeah,
being
I'll
on the
agree.
on the
The purple.
hand. That like that's a thing, but I hate the purple. I don't know. It looks weird.
Actually, the purple would look really cool coming up that arm, like it's poison from the shoulder making its way through the Slowbro. That'd be kind of
Yeah.
cool.
But
Yeah, that'd
it's
be
this.
Because
It's
it has
just on the
slow
top of his
metabolism, it's
head and his
taking forever.
hands. Like if it was like
Yeah, I would agree- I
if
would
it was
agree with that.
more purple. Like I'm not against there being purple, but like there should have been more. Like if they actually if they were going for the poisons leading up from his arm, like kind of like connected to the purple on his head, I think that would have been a lot cooler.
Yeah, see I'll agree with the purple on the hand and on the head I don't like. But I do, now that I'm thinking about it, I like the idea of a shelter biting him in different areas and gives him different powers. So we see a tail, we see on his head, we see on his arm. You know what? Give me one where it bites him like on the bottom half and he becomes like a mermaid. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that already exists.
No, it's the Mega Slowbro is it's like eating him. It is the only thing we see are like his legs poking out the bottom of a
Yeah, well,
giant
that's
shell.
what you asked. It's eating from the bottom half.
Yeah, but it's different. I want Mermaid Slowbro.
So only
So we
not
still
not
get like the
full-
top
oh,
half.
all right, fine.
Yeah.
All
See,
right, well,
because like it
banana
feels
heavy.
like
What do you
Slowbro,
think?
like Slow King.
Slowpoke just looks lazy. Slowbro, I could see it, but like I said, now I want to see like fan art of them dressed up with like Chozo armor from
Okay.
Metroid.
But Slowpoke also
Oh
has
my
yellow
lord.
on him, and Heavy loves the color yellow. Does that get any points?
I mean, I'll give it a +1 for the yellow, but it just looks lazy.
I mean, it's a slowpoke.
See, but that's what but like when you get regional differences in like real animals in real life, most of the time it's not something crazy like Meowth growing a giant egg sac from the bottom of his face.
What? You call that beard an egg sac?
It's these it looks like an egg sac. Actually, oh, you know what? Screw it.
I don't
It
care
looks
if
like
you
a
think
ball
it's a
sack.
Pokemon
I don't
do
think it's if
canonically
it's a
lay eggs.
bad
Really now?
beard.
It looks like a ball sack. I'll
What?
say it.
What? Okay, I'm gonna have to yell at Noctis
Yeah.
later, but I do want to finish this list. Emphasize how to emphasize my point of how sucky these Galarian Pokemon are. All right.
Okay.
Far,
Oh,
all
you're
right,
gonna
what,
say
what
you
about
don't
Farfetch?
like Farfetch?
No, the
I like
Farfetch is what Farfetch is one of the only ones that I actually do like.
love
Farfetch is good.
Amazing.
I think, if anything, this makes the original Farfetch look crappy in comparison.
Nah, it's different. This is
It's
this
like
is a
cool
harpier
edgelord Farfetch.
where leaves
Dude,
grow
it's
bigger.
it's like, oh, look at your little league, and then this Farfetch's like, yeah, come at
Cooler
me, bro.
version. He's strong.
Hey, baby.
Is a
Strong.
Farfetch.
All right, that's how you make it. It doesn't even. All right, it literally just feels like they power crept Farfetched. I know they're not the same type, but it's basically like power creep on Farfetched. There's no way this Farfetch could
You know
ever
what's
lose.
And I love
There's
that
the
they made him a
Farfetch you
fucking
meet,
type. He's no
your
longer
Farfetch you
flying.
see at the beginning of the game versus Farfetch you see in the final dungeon.
Basically,
Yes. Yeah. But he's fighting type. He's no longer flying. I don't know how I feel about that. I would like to see a fighting flying type because that'd be
I mean,
like
that already-
Halucha, you know?
yeah. Well, I think they can't do that because, well, no, Halucha is unique because of the dual attack. I mean, fighting,
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always
Yeah,
had
it's a
I've always
unique-
had
I wanna see more
I've always
unique
had
typings.
mixed I've always had mixed feelings on when the two types it has are literally like opposites, like water fire, grass fire, like bug psychic.
Yeah, but I want to see more. I want to see more Pokemon. I want to see more types like that because it adds a unique kind of blend to it. It adds something new to the metagame, especially because like they're steel pretty much with
Okay,
anything. Is
I don't
pretty
think,
OP.
but the
I'm
problem
trying
when
to
you
think of
have
types-
things like that, it provides resistances to its main weaknesses, and so outside of legendaries, I don't think they're ever going to introduce a Pokemon with the dual typing like that isn't weak. So they're never going to be meta.
But no, there's no combo that it gets rid of everything. Even electric steel, which gets close of.
What do you mean
close
there's
to
no combo that
everything,
gets rid of everything?
still
What
has
about
weaknesses?
well, now right, now that you have Fairy, but before Fairy was introduced, Spiritomb was literally the
Yeah.
Pokemon that had no weaknesses.
Yeah,
Spiritomb,
it's
Sableye.
before.
Yeah.
But like we haven't seen a fire fairy yet. We haven't seen an electric fighting type yet. Those would be cool. Fighting ground would be cool. Ground fairy. I'm trying to think of other ones.
Actually, an electric fairy would be interesting.
I feel like all right,
Isn't
electric
there-
Fairy.
there's
I'll
an
give you
electric fairy.
electric
Isn't that a
fighting.
Tapu?
Electric fighting type would make no sense. All right.
I said fairy, but
No,
Fighting?
Noctis said
Really?
fighting. No, electric Fairy.
Yeah.
I'm fine with. Electric fighting makes no sense. Fighting ground, sure. I'll give you fighting ground.
No, it's not. It's not Tapu. It's Deden. Is the electric fairy. Deden is so there. We have seen one of those. But okay, let's talk about a fighting type that works himself into such a rage. He builds up like static. Like let's say he's covered in fur, and the more movement, the more jogging he does, the more electric he builds up.
so
Listen,
That
I don't make Pokemon.
That
for a
sounds
living.
terrible.
Yeah.
Listen, you asked me for something right off the top of my head. All right.
I'm sorry,
All
get
right.
on my level of making up shit on the spot.
Okay, okay. Here's go ahead and give me give me a fighting fairy Pokemon. Go ahead right now.
A fighting fairy? Well, I mean,
Yep.
I wouldn't do that because I think that's a terrible combination.
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
my point
that's
is, no, my point is that they should not exist. Why am I going to give you an example of how it'll work?
Oh wait, Zera Aura, whatever its name is. That could be electric fighting very easily. Look at the thing. Would you disagree?
All right. No. So I stand by. All right. Technically, this is mythical, I think, but I call it legendary. I already said the unique types can only be applied to legendaries, which this technically is. So my argument stands.
No, no, it doesn't stand because you
How
said it
does it
shouldn't
not
exist
stand?
at all. My point, I just came up with. Listen, yes, outside of it,
But this
what
isn't a
is
fighting
mythical
Pokemon. This isn't a fighting Pokemon. So it doesn't. Your argument doesn't hold water.
Zera Aura, and that's a normal Pokemon. That's a pseudo legendary. The only thing that makes it mythical is because it's super powerful. There's nothing about what is Zera Aura based on that makes it a mythical Pokemon.
I don't even know what mythical Pokemon are. I just know that they exist. I feel like you have like
legendary. What makes
mythical, event, legendary, ultra beast, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, what is Zera Aura based on? Do you know? Okay, you know what? Fuck it.
No, I don't even know. I've
No
never
clue.
even seen the game. I've never even seen this thing. Like outside of like a few Pokemon cards of Pokemon Unite. I literally saw.
I didn't know
I saw
who
YouTube
Zera was
videos of this. I was like,
before
what the fuck is this?
Yeah, he's one of the
It's
legendaries.
something.
From Sword and Shield, or no, from Ultra Sun and Moon, right?
He's from Ultra
I think
Sun
he's
and
a
Moon.
Gen 7 legendary. I think so.
Yep.
See,
Yep.
I stopped caring about Pokemon when Ultra Sun and Moon came out.
I would like to see more interesting types. Oh my, I'm tired of seeing Psychic Ghosts. I'm tired of seeing
No, that's totally
all of these ones that have been used.
I mean, the problem. I'm not against unique types. I'm saying that I'm just saying that not every combination should be used. Like, I'm okay with more unique typings. Just not every single combination.
Do you get more?
Like Electric Fairy's fine.
Like,
we have to give us more of that.
Yeah, but give us. We don't need to mix normal with every type. I'm okay with that. Normal does seem like it should almost be its own type and not be a dual type.
All right.
Because what does
I feel like we
normal
got distracted from
the Galarian
Normal.
Pokemon?
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
Welcome to the podcast, Hebi.
Distractions happen. All right. Hold up. Each of us gets to make a unique typing that doesn't exist yet, and has to justify it. If you only get one, Noctis, you only get one.
I'm picking. Ooh, electric fighting. At this point now, I've kind of.
Do you just want Zera Aura to be electric fighting, or is this you just want the type?
I want the type. I don't like Zera Aura could be electric fighting, but I would love to see the type.
That's sort of the argument of, again, I don't know anything about this Pokemon. I haven't played Pokemon Unite nor really watched it. Sorry, Wally. So I don't know what this guy does, but I feel like you just want to see he's fighting because he has arms and legs. Like any humanoid Pokemon could be fighting by that logic.
Yeah, well, I kind of, yeah. I mean, okay, imagine a boxing Pokemon. I know we already have Hitmonlee, I'm aware. Or Hitmonchan, my bad.
I was about to say.
Imagine a different. I know. Imagine another boxing Pokemon that punches so fast it causes electricity, or it punches so fast, like Urshifu could have been fighting electric instead of fighting water.
I hate Urshifu.
Well, that's you. Okay, all right.
I think most people hate
I'm trying to come up with like a fighting type that moves so fast that it causes like thunder. Like it causes lightning. I think that'd be kind of a cool. Sounds like a cool type to me. All right, there you go.
A cheesy martial arts movie, but all right, Hebi, go.
Well, I was going to say Electric Fairy, but apparently Dedenne, or
yes,
however you say
that does exist.
Exists. I'm not 100% sure if I could think of a typing that doesn't exist.
There you go. I just googled unused types. There you go. Because there's
did you link
18
it?
types.
Yes, it
Okay.
is in the link.
It's in the chat. There are 17 unused type combos right now.
Fire Fairy would be cool.
Fire Fairy, I feel
I
like is
would
an
agree.
inevitability. That's just they haven't gotten around to it yet.
Or even a Psychic Dragon.
I think. Well,
I think Fire Fairy is too easy
there's no
to do.
psychic dragon.
There is no Psychic Dragon.
What is Wait, what is Palkia?
Palkia is a water dragon.
Wait, why? What? Why?
I don't know. Ask Banana.
Wait,
The water dragon.
What?
That's a
There's-
weird
I thought-
combo. I
this says there's not a dark bug type. I could have swore there was one of those.
Yeah, I also had a feeling.
I don't think there is.
Apparently, so this all right. This is actually there actually is a legitimate explanation for this Noctis. Dialga, Giratina, and Palkia are dragons with the secondary typings of Steel, Ghost, and Water, and they are representations of the 3 states of matter. Dialga being solid, Giratina being gas, and Palkia being water or liquids. there
That's
you go.
stupid.
That's why.
That's stupid. Really? Palkia is
it-
water because the 3 states of matter.
They're going for
I
representation. I don't.
you
Why
seem
would it be
dumb.
psychic?
It's pink. And look at the
What?
colors.
Wait. Basically,
Wait a
super-
moment,
that's
yeah.
your reasoning on why it's psychic?
think-
Because the color
If
scheme?
it's water, then make it blue, all right? Make it white and blue. That would make more sense. Especially
okay.
since it's a dragon.
I feel like I need it.
point.
You're gatekeeping
Oh, no.
types by colors?
Yeah, okay.
I thought Giratina
You
was
agree
Gen
with me that you
3.
should be able to look at a Pokemon
Giratina
and tell
was
No,
what type
no,
it
it's
is.
Gen 4.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
No,
Gen 4.
I like it when I
Legendary.
look at a
think you
Pokemon
should
and
look
it's
at a
not
Pokemon.
obvious what type it is. That provides surprise
it
and
should
intrigue.
be obvious.
All right, I don't
No,
know.
it should definitely be obvious what type it is. That's because that's 90% of Pokemon. All right, you look at Pikachu, it's an electric type. You look at Fearow,
So you're saying
it's
you
a
don't
water type.
you
look
don't look
it's
at
a ghost
you do
type.
not look at Galarian Farfetch'd and you think fighting.
I agree. I think
You
flying.
don't
which is
you
why
don't you don't
learning
think
he's
Farfetch'd should be a
is
fighting?
surprising.
I think
You don't think
dark.
he should
I
be
don't
a
know
fighter?
why.
You know what?
Because he has eyebrows.
I would hit him. Okay. So someone throws out a Galarian Farfetch'd. I'm thinking he's bird. Let's hit him with an electric. Oh, that didn't work. He's not affected by it. Or it's not. It's just regular effective. It's not super effective. I'm gonna go ahead and change my strategy and figure out it's probably one of the other
Bro,
types
but
that relate to
But
brown.
that's my point.
meaning
I
rock, or
want to
fighting.
be able to play a Pokemon blind and it actually matter. Granted, Sword and Shield literally ruins this by telling you what's super
doesn't
effective,
matter.
but
You've said before that it doesn't matter. That it does. Like you can't play it blind, and you're not gonna have fun.
no,
because
I
it's Pokemon.
yes, but I'm saying that what would help in playing blind is if I actually like had a reason to, like, you know, if I see a Pokemon like, oh, I don't know what type this is, let me experiment and like, you know, learn and, you know, have to actually like adjust in the fly, not like just, oh, all right, it's another bird.
Yes,
I have
it
no idea what
makes
this bird
much
is.
sense for this
Electricity.
bug-looking thing to be a dragon. That's how you get That's how you get a Alolan Executor being a dragon type, and everyone hates it.
Everyone
it
hates
makes
because
no
everyone hates
freaking
it because it
sense.
looks stupid, not because it's a dragon type.
No, when he was made a dragon type, how much of the internet reacted? Oh wow, even Executor gets to be a dragon type before Charizard. All right.
Oh wait,
was-
Noctis,
it was
Noctis, you got
immediately
here. You got your
crazy.
win. All right, Galarian Zapdos, fighting flying. There you go. There's another one besides Halusha.
Oh, neat. Very cool. and
I
a
like
dark flying. I
Galarian
wonder if
Zapdos.
Moltres the only dark flying.
All right, Banana, what
'Cause he looks
unique
like a
type?
chocobo.
What unique typing do you want?
Rocking Ghost. It's just you never really see it too much. Might as well have like a
Why
like
you don't
maybe
see it too much?
No, really.
Yeah,
invisible gold. Yeah, invisible boulder or something. I don't know.
No, that sounds kind of cool. I'd like to
Don't
see.
it too
Indiana
much.
Jones style boater rolling at you and it just phases through
Yep.
you.
Well, that'd be funny. No, imagine a vengeful spirit that took over like a golem. Like Golurk could almost be a rock ghost. I know he ended
Yeah.
up being steel ghost, but something along the lines of an actual golem in the traditional sense of the word, where it's
Golurk
like
is not a
a
steel ghost.
puppet.
Golurk is a ground ghost.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
What you
I
couldn't tell,
haven't used
Noctis, he
one
has
ever.
ground on him.
That does make sense now.
It
But he
looks
also
like a
has,
golem, so
kind
it's
of
steel.
gears looking thing on him.
If anything, that should have been a. If anything, he's like a golem, so it should have been rock. If anything, yeah, I could have argued. If you told me he was a
Yeah.
rock ghost, I would have believed it just as much as a ground ghost. If anything, rock ghost makes more sense.
Yeah, well, ground and rock is a very, very vague like line that can be easily crossed.
All right, now see
Because what makes something ground and not rock?
what,
Good.
what makes something ground and not right? Your rock Pokemon, if you're made of rock, if you're made of stone. You're a ground Pokemon if you are able to manipulate the ground.
What typing was Marowak?
Ground.
Ground.
Type.
Ground Pokemon are typically ground because they can do things like dig, split the ground, split the earth with things like earthquake.
I was just saying, I think it would be horribly macabre if they made a ghost version of Marowak that was ground ghost.
I was gonna say there actually is a ghost version of
I mean-
Marowak.
Yeah.
And it's Ghost Fire. Yeah.
I think. Yeah, it's Ghostfire.
Alolan.
He's
I
a
thought that
fire
was a
spinner.
dark. I thought that was dark typing.
No.
No, he Ghost Fire. Yep. Because he's kind of going for like that tiki, I think, kind of vibe.
He's slightly
they're putting
purple
off.
heavy. That means that he's ghost. Obviously.
I mean, that could also be poison.
no, he's
it
not.
holds
He's not a
true.
deep enough
Nah.
purple. He's not a deep enough purple. Well, also, and this is more nerdy than anything else, he literally has will-o-wisps on his bone club, which basically means ghost.
Yeah, that is true as well. Just like a Charizard Mega X, I think, or Mega Y, whatever has the Will-O-the-Wisp coming out the side of his face. Fucking stupid looking Pokemon. I can't hate. That's a rant for another day. I'll save
Wait,
it
you
for
don't
another
like
day. All right, what do we?
Megaform?
So I have to go.
Yeah,
I want
we have the
ice.
argument
I
about
want
Mega.
ice poison because I like this particularly because they neither seems to give an inherent advantage. Like there's no inherent advantages to combining the two, which I really like. I don't like combinations that are just like OP when you combine them together.
If there's nothing on here that becomes unstoppable.
No, it's just when you have, for example, like Dark Ghost before Fairy. All right, when they cancel each other's weaknesses. Like if Spiritomb had higher stats, it'd be busted.
Yeah, but that's also but Steel Fairy is kind of busted.
Steel Fairy also agrees
That's a-
busted.
that's-
Isn't that what Magerna? That's like the only Steel Fairy type.
Wouldn't that just
I
go
think
down
so.
to fire?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, isn't that a legendary Pokemon?
Yeah, I think it is. It's a mythical.
Every type, there's no type that cancels out weaknesses anymore.
No, I don't want
Like,
cancel
even
weaknesses.
electric
I like
thing,
that. I like that Ice and Poison doesn't cancel out any weaknesses. Like it doesn't actually help each other at all. Not help each other completely. Just it doesn't help at all. So like fighting electric. Let's use that example. All right. So if you have
Okay.
a fighting Pokemon, let's put a flying Pokemon against it. But it could also be then that's also weak to the electric. So like it's combating its own
Okay.
weakness.
Put in a psychic Pokemon.
I'm
Put
not
in a
saying
psychic Pokemon, and there you go.
there's no answer. I'm just saying that the type I want a type unique. I want a type combination that doesn't
What
help
you are
each other.
complaining about is every type and every type combination.
No, not
That-
every type
that's not fair.
combination.
That's silly.
Not every type combination helps each other. Oh, never.
And tons of currently used ones do.
Yes, I'm saying that I prefer the type
Are you-
combinations that don't. Why
So
are you
saying
getting?
like
Why?
electric steel shouldn't be a type?
I'm not saying they
Because,
shouldn't be a
when you
type.
put-
I'm saying that I have a preference. I did not say should not exist.
Mhm.
Don't put
we
words in
are
my mouth.
the electric fighting.
Electric fighting
And
exists. I think. No, wait, no. Flying
It doesn't.
fighting
Electric
exists.
fighting does not exist.
No, I'm just looking at Zapdos.
Of course, it
All
doesn't
right.
exist.
How the fuck is what the? All right. What is Galarian Zapdos? I swear. Like, what the fuck is
Chocobo.
this thing? It's like it's a fighting
It's a
type because
Chocobo.
what? It's on legs. It's orange, but it's not fired. It's
At
spiky,
first
but
glance,
it's
I
not
thought it was
electric.
fire flying.
Yeah, and you think that, but like even
Zapdos
like
does look.
the freaking Moltres, Galarian Moltres, which is literally on fire, is not a fire type.
I think what's
Yeah,
unique
the
about it is they
typing
get
is
rid of
weird.
the ice of the typing of that they represent, and then pick the two closest. I think Moltres and Articuno make a lot of sense. I think Zapdos is definitely the weak link in it because fighting seems really weird for him, to be honest, in my book. But it also looks like they made him into the trio that Dark is super effective against Psychic, Psychic against Fighting, and Fighting against Dark. They made him into a rock paper scissors. And
Yeah,
that way,
I still
not
think
one of
all
them is
three.
too
I
powerful.
still think all three Galarian legendaries are stupid. Right, that. I think the Galarian Slowking's stupid. I hate the Galarian Corsola. This is okay.
You don't like Corsola? Corsola's an amazing design. It's dead coral. Like, especially, it's definitely precedent in today's world where lots and lots of coral is dying due to humans.
Yeah,
like
I mean, I generally don't care about lore when it comes to Pokemon, but I just look at it and I think this looks uninteresting. It's just Corsola but white. This is the Meowth argument.
I mean, you could say the same with Zigzagoon, but
No, but Zigzagoon, like the two colors, like it just happens to work with Zigzagoon. That like especially because it's copying Kiss.
oh god,
I thought you didn't
just
care about the
noticed
lore.
the star on the eye.
You didn't notice that? Look at. Did you not see
Wow,
Obstagoon?
Hebi.
Obstagoon is
Wow.
literally dressed up as Kiss.
Yeah.
He even has his tongue
It's
sticking
very,
out.
very obvious.
Wow, the shiny version looks
It is
horrible.
awesome.
Okay, it's like
Lots of people like the shiny.
the
to be honest. I
conversation
think
turns.
Poppy loves the shiny.
Oh, now you like Poppy's opinion. I don't know.
It
You
looks
hated
like
the
a
beard.
clown.
I mean, wait. Do you
I
not like
love
clowns?
Poppy, and I value his opinion no matter what,
Do
even
you
when
not
it's a
like
Galarian.
clowns?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, hold up. Galarian
looking at the other-
Stunfisk. Honestly, I think Stunfisk sucks, but I think Galarian
Awful.
Stunfisk is actually an improvement. It's at least more interesting than regular
it's still awful.
Stunfisk.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, no.
Less
Wait,
The
derpy.
Stunfisk is based on an actual fish. It makes sense.
And this is based on
Galarian Stunfisk.
this is based on a bear trap.
Bear Trap. Yeah, I get it.
They're
but,
both
like,
based on something,
it's,
but this is at least more interesting as a Pokemon.
then make it its own Pokemon. It doesn't make sense for Stunfisk to grow on land and become a
Why
freaking.
not? It's already a
I don't know.
Stunfisk literally lives on the ocean floor. If anything, it's one of the only fish Pokemon that makes sense that it would evolve to something on land.
Why would something on the ocean floor come up on the land?
No, let's say like somebody,
Evolution.
like let's say another creature, the evolution, change of the earth,
Life
whatever,
on the way.
takes the Sunfisk. I don't actually know what the lore is, so I'm making this up. Takes the Sunfisk and ends up putting it on the land, and in order to not die, it adapts to its environment and does what it only knows how to do, and bury into the ground, and then turns, absorbs the sediments in the ground, a la steel bending from Avatar, and then becomes ground steel.
That is a take, I guess.
Hey, I just made that up on the spot. I think that's pretty good. I don't like the Pokemon. I'm just saying that there is
Sure.
logic to it.
You could just
There
go the
is a line
conservative
of logic.
fundamentalist way and say Arceus works in mysterious ways.
Oh my gosh. I literally cannot
Arceus,
stop.
I
I
like
don't
it.
care
Believe
if
it.
it's pronounced Arceus, but I can already hear so many people on the internet going, it's not pronounced Arceus. It's Arceus. Fuck you, other person on the internet.
Arceus.
Have they said it out loud on the television series yet?
I'm pretty sure there is a movie with.
Probably.
I'm pretty sure there is a
Yeah.
movie with Arceus.
Yeah,
in it.
Yes,
all around
there
him, yeah.
is.
Is it
So-
Arceus?
Probably
I
not very
don't
good,
know.
but
I
it's a
I would
thing.
literally bet money that it's Arceus because I've heard so many people bitching about it. Like it's actually like probably the most argued how to pronounce name in Pokemon.
How about Nidoking? Nidoking or Nidoking? What do you guys say?
Nidoking. But I'm also pronouncing it as an American. If this is pronounced
I've
as
always said it
Japanese,
fast, like
it would be
Nidoking.
Nidoking.
Yeah.
If it's pronounced in the thinking it's originally a Japanese game, then it would be Nidoking. But it's also not originally called Nidoking in Japanese, so I stick with
I thought
Nidoking.
eyes made the E noise in Japanese pronunciation.
Nidoking.
No, it
Name.
depends. But you have to remember that Nidoking's not the original Japanese name. So
That's fair.
you shouldn't be pronouncing it in
true.
Japanese anyway.
That is also true. I don't know. That's the. How about Gyarados was the other one that I think was.
Google
hotly
literally
debated when I was a kid.
Google
What?
literally translates Arceus the way I say it.
Okay.
Then there's
I don't
probably
think I don't think that's the I don't think how Google says it is. I could also spend 5 minutes and find a bunch of words that Google pronounces wrong.
No, there's like an actual like voiceover. You can click it. It even has a description. It says
I'm
Arceus,
fully
Pokemon
aware-
species.
No. I'm
Yep.
fully aware of how Google will pronounce it, but I'm sure that it's how Google's translating it.
Apparently,
it's
the
just
British
word.
use the hard C though.
Oh gosh, now we're getting to, no. I don't want to
Yeah,
start
they
arguing
do.
about
You're
British
not supposed to
versus
say that word.
American. No, we have too many people who live like in Europe and the UK and all that stuff. No, we're not having an argument.
No,
of
like
British versus American.
that's oh my god. The Google actually has American and British pronunciations. The American is pronounced with an S sound, and the
Okay,
British
well,
is
while you're
pronounced
there,
with
look
the
up Nidoking.
K sound.
While you're there, look up Nidoking.
No.
Oh, I typed that completely wrong.
All right, hold on. Look at more glaring Pokemon. All right, do you guys
Uh,
like the new Mr.
It says
Mime?
Nidoking.
Actually, no. All right, better question.
No, I do not like the new.
Do you? All right.
Do
What are your thoughts?
I like what?
All right, let's take a weird sidestep here. Wait, because this is just my. What do you think of the new Galarian specific evolutions? Like that as just ignoring, if you like the specific, just as a game mechanic. That some Pokemon can only evolve in this region.
I kind of like that. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
it makes sense from an evolution standpoint that some Pokemon are going to be more.
literally, the definition of evolution means it's based off your environmental factors.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but like that's how they would change from a normal, like a Cantonian version to a Galarian version. But like, evolving further, like Corsola doesn't have an evolution line, but Galarian Corsola can evolve into Cursula.
Same with Farfetch'd.
Yeah, Farfetch'd, Mr. Rhyme. Like, so things like, instead of Persian, you have Berserker. Right? So that's like not, that's just the regional evolution. But these Pokemon are literally getting new forms that only exist because of Galar.
Yeah.
What was the
It's the
stipulation
environment.
for Crobat? I don't remember.
What do you mean stipulation? How
From
do you
High
evolve it?
Friendship.
Because instead of Golbat,
You have to have high friendship.
No, because Golbat goes into Crobat with High Friendship.
I thought it went. I thought it
Is it-
skipped Golbat and went into Crobat.
Nope.
No, it
there
is due
are-
to Golbat.
what?
Apparently.
It is not one of those choose ones or the others.
Yeah, it's
I
not-
still
it's in
don't, I still
Polygon.
don't, it's not freaking Gallade. I hate Gallade.
I don't mind. Yeah.
What the fuck is Gallade? Right? Who?
It is
there's-
Pokemon.
Fighting
It-
Fairy.
It literally
I
does
think-
not.
Proof of Nintendo's
it does
biased
not
view on
make
gender.
it does not make any sense. No, it's a fighting psychic unless they changed it. It is a fighting psychic. Yeah, see, this is what I'm complaining about types that don't make any sense. Fighting psychic inherently does not make any sense. Like, What? How are you a fighting psychic?
I mean,
You're both brawn and brains. I don't know.
See?
okay, no los dos.
Because the whole point is you should be like, you know, if you're focusing on mental powers, you're not going to be focusing on your physical abilities. Like, it just, you know, it just
Sometimes
doesn't make any
they
sense.
come to you naturally. I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense. Now, I'm talking about, that would be how you
Then
argue stats.
how do you do fire and water at the same time? With
You
like
don't. That's
Volcarona
my
or
point.
whatever?
I hate Volcarona. I think it's a stupid Pokemon.
No, it's not Volcarona. It's the other one. It's the
Whatever the
I'm
no,
trying to think what it's
Volcarona is the
called.
bug fire. No,
Yeah,
Volcarona's
that
awesome.
thing's
It's
fine.
Surprised they
No,
haven't made
Volcarona's
one
fine.
made one based off of those.
Godzilla already does that. What's the fire water Pokemon? Volcanion. Yeah, I hate this game.
Volcanion.
I think it looks stupid, both the
Volcanion,
design
okay.
and what it does. Just everything about
I
it.
mean, we
I just
have
hate-
most like 90% of volcanoes are located underwater.
I'm not saying that
See,
it
there you go.
doesn't
Like
work.
volcanoes, right?
Sure, but all right. First of all, the design I think is stupid. What the hell is this hoop thing? Now, that aside, you should like, why water and fire? Like, how does that? What?
Steam.
Is that
Steam-based
is that what you're saying? That's what has
I
these
think
weird
you're
holes all
I
over
think
it.
you're
Yeah.
getting way too hung up on whether like the typing if they give advantage to each other. I would like to see the design challenge
Okay.
where they give
If you
a
want to give
designer
me, if you want to
combo
say
and say, make a
opposite, if you
Pokemon
want to
based
say
rounds.
opposites can be a singular Pokemon, make it not look stupid. Okay? Because Volcanion looks stupid. Gallade looks stupid. Are they any of their opposite typings in Pokemon? I need to find like, is there any of them that don't look stupid?
I don't know. In your eyes, they all look stupid.
I don't know. Do you like Volcanion?
Not much, no.
I've never met anyone who likes Volcanion outside of like the Pokemon fanatics that like everybody, like 4th gen. I don't think 4th gen's capable of not liking a Pokemon.
Every Pokemon is someone's favorite. I'm sure there are Volcanion stands out there. I don't know why. I don't really care for it.
See,
granted,
that's
but-
our that's my point. Heaven, do you like Volcanion?
I'm trying to look up what they look like.
I'm trying to think.
Oh wow, that is kind of ridiculous.
See?
It's over the top. It's like a kaiju is what it kind of reminds me of.
No, it's not even good as a kaiju. It's not even good as a kaiju.
It looks like a robot.
It looks like a Mega Man
Like an
villain.
enemy.
There you go.
I was
It's
literally
a
about to say
Mega
it looks
Man
like a
villain.
Mega Man villain.
It's literally a Mega Man villain. It's like Dr. Wily Mega Man 23. Volcano Man. I don't know. Wait, Volcano Man's probably a
Wingman.
thing. I don't know. Is Volcano Man a thing? Mega Man
Might
Man
be.
villains get so ridiculous.
I didn't think we were gonna come on and argue about Pokemon types. I gotta be honest.
I don't
We're
know.
gonna
It's just sort of where it
stream.
started.
Random things happen.
I mean, so.
even if our
Conversations.
information now is outdated, we at least all have experience with Pokemon.
Okay, no, there's not a Volcano Man, but there's no wait. This is I can't tell. No, this is fan art,
Mimikyu
I
is
think.
adorable. Sorry, I forgot we're not supposed to respond to chat.
Okay. All right. Well, Noctis, what do you want to talk about? Why are we here today?
I thought we were gonna talk about streaming and because we had talked about it earlier.
And well,
About,
then you should have driven the conversation. How did we start talking about Pokemon again? Oh,
We
right,
simply
because
here just
you were
tFay.
you were calling
You
out my
brought up
taste in Galarian Rapidash. That's why.
Those
No,
are
you
dang
brought up
Pokemon Unite.
That's how we started.
Well, your fault for cheating on me.
That's 100%. No, you know.
tFay, you stood there.
I'm sorry.
You did nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry. if Noctis is cheating, am I just supposed to stand there and watch?
Sounds like what you did.
No,
Exactly
No,
what
I
you
left.
did.
I left and got angry at him later, like a normal person.
I don't think you got angry. If I'm gonna be honest, I think Last time we
am
talked about
furious.
Unite, yeah, we're not
I
picking up
do-
on.
I am furious.
I
Now
wanna
you're gonna
play vibes.
now if you ever make me play this, you're gonna have an unfair advantage on me. All right, you're gonna be so much better
I
than me.
need an unfair advantage. I am.
This
so
is still
new to
not about
MOBAs.
streaming,
Like,
Noctis. God damn it.
I mean, Noctis always has an unfair advantage. He's a pro gamer.
well, don't tell him that he doesn't know. Well, no, actually, so is tFay. He is subbed to me. Anyone that's subbed to me is a pro gamer. They have a little badge next to their name. To
I have
prove
a founder's badge. I don't see pro gamer next to my name.
Do you? I don't remember. Do you? Yeah, you probably do. That makes sense.
So suck it.
Like, listen, I'm sure tFay can agree with this. Sometimes you just have so many founders badges you don't know whose you have them on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, there
there's
was
also
definitely a
there's
time
also
when
the
I
thing
was
that the
getting
amount of
crazy.
streams the amount of founders badges that I have is vastly disproportional to how many streams I actually watch.
Yes.
Yes.
I think
Same.
I'm trying to think of how many streamers I actually watch. Less than 5 easily.
Woo! Made the list. I think. I don't know.
tFay doesn't watch my streams. He just
Well-
pops in long enough to redeem a ban in action.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, that's
I have to think
something,
about
isn't it?
You have a channel word that I feel like redeeming. That's step 1.
You have to have points to redeem that reward, Heavy.
That's fair.
So therefore, he like his account has hours watching you. And whether or not he's at his computer watching you, that I don't know.
So as we're getting about to the 1 hour mark, all right, let's go on to the original topic as Noctis is still, distracted, so shamelessly. So we originally wanted to talk about streaming on consoles and other non-standard ways of streaming. Standard being PC with OBS and the inferior, alternative slobs.
I was actually really
say
surprised
so.
to find out
I see.
the other day my friend African, who we just helped hit affiliate, actually is streaming via the Twitch streaming service, and I was just like, okay,
Oh my
that's
gosh! All right, I can
Wow.
understand.
Oh, no.
Wow.
I can understand people wanting to stream off an Xbox, a PlayStation, or even a phone. I'll never understand someone streaming off the Twitch service. There's literally no advantage to it.
I don't
Side
really
streaming.
understand it either. The only thing I could think of is they think, well, if the site that hosts the service provides the software, surely it'll work together.
No, if anything, that's why you don't want to do it, because that's just more like Twitch can't handle that. If anything, that would dissuade you.
It does feel like the very, very basic free stuff that you get it does feel kind of less powerful as OBS or slobs.
Yeah, there's literally no benefit to it, which is just a blah.
I have to admit, I was a bit what's the word? Intimidated by OBS when I first looked at it. That's why I first started streaming with slobs, because it was a lot more user friendly, inviting.
It's literally like, no, 100%. OBS looks more intimidating than slobs. Like when I first started, for anyone who doesn't know, I did a combination of the computer and the streaming off my PlayStation, because I didn't have a capture card at the time. So in order to stream Horizon Zero Frames, I had to basically broadcast off the PlayStation.
Great name, by the way. I love it.
Thank you. It was very accurate.
That was pretty good.
It was literally for anyone who watched, like, who was watching me at the very finale of that game, where my frames die as I beat the final boss that I was struggling for like half an hour on. It was rough. But yeah, so I basically looked at slobs and I was like, ooh, Streamlabs. That's like the standard bot that everyone uses. Oh, it's slobs, it comes with it. And then my tech friend was like, use OBS. I'm like, okay. And so then I learned OBS, and then once I learned how to use OBS, I realized how much slob sucks. Especially when everyone's computer.
I wouldn't say it sucks, but it's definitely less resource intensive and better if you know what you're doing. But if you need an intro and you don't know a whole lot about like browser sources and programming a lot of that stuff, Slobs is super easy because it just gives you those tools right off the bat.
Maybe this is a hot topic, so maybe this is gatekeeping. But like, I don't like it when its advantage it makes you not learn how to use, like, do the program, software, the skill, or whatever. It's like, oh, why learn about how to set up a stream when just use slobs? And then suddenly when something breaks, you don't know what you're doing. Because slobs are supposed to do everything for you.
I literally think it's just a preference thing. It's almost the same argument for Apple versus Android. It's like Apple works and takes all the guesswork out of it if you don't really know what you're doing, whereas Android has a bunch of extra functions if you're more user intensive.
I don't like that people don't want to learn how it works. Like, if you're gonna, if you're streaming very, very casually, fine, this doesn't apply to you. But like, I get really annoyed when I'm at a stream and like something breaks and they're like, I have absolutely no idea what to do, and then you have to like get help from like the random people in the chat or something like that.
But that's just streaming in general. You slowly pick up on little things.
Yeah, but when
90% of my time in Noctis's chat is helping him troubleshoot.
Yeah, but when people install slobs, most of the time it's because they don't want. It's because they don't want to learn about streaming.
I don't know what I'm doing. Most of the time, you know what it is? It's the freaking HDMI cord going bad or something dumb like that.
It is always something really weird.
Yeah, that's true.
Basically, you're saying you can't do anything without
streaming.
Me and Noctis have very similar luck in the way of finding the one trouble issue that stumps even the professionals.
Who's the professional here?
None of us.
I mean, Noctis is the pro gamer.
Well, you said it was stumped with the professional. I was like, wait, which professional's being stumped?
Oh, no, I was saying in my experience, like anytime I run into a technical issue and I can't figure it out myself and I try and seek help from someone who's actually like knowledgeable about it, it winds up being something that throws them for a loop too.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, like most of the time my problem can't be helped by another streamer. Most of the time it's something dumb that I have to figure out on my computer. Because it's like a problem unique to my computer.
But what was the topic we were wanting to bring up about video game console streaming?
No, I was just commenting on like weird. It's advantages, disadvantages, like should you do it and stuff like that. So, I was originally doing console stream because I wanted to stream. I didn't have a capture card, so just in general for many people, if they don't have a capture card and they're like, but I want to stream off a console, well, you can. And they're like, well, but what if I also want to share on PC? Well, you can do that too. The main downside is you can't do alerts or overlay shit on a console.
Yeah, that's a major thing too, especially if you get raided or something. I've seen several things where we raided into somebody and they're on their PS4 and they don't even notice, other than the fact that their chat's blowing up.
Yeah.
So that's I'm 50-50 on that. If you can leave, you can have even if you're streaming on a console, you can easily have some kind of device, even if your phone, if you don't have a tablet or something, pull up the chat and just look at it. Many people never look at their chat, which is why they always miss when things happen, unless the raid doesn't appear in the chat either, which is a Twitch issue, but still.
Sometimes happen.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works on consoles.
Consoles don't have a chat function.
Because
well, no, you.
I mean, they have the chat box, and you can display it at least from the PS4 stream, or PS5.
No, you can do that. It doesn't appear on like the screen of the one playing it though, so it's still a matter of you have to look at you have to look at his separate device. If you
there's an overlay option in the streaming service that it puts like a small black box around your gameplay that lets you see your label at the bottom and a chat on the right side.
Is it good?
Not really. Mostly it just shrinks your display down.
I mean, at my point, it's just basically like a lot of things. It's just.
I
An
agree with your
alternative.
point though. Is like if you're going to be streaming, you should probably have at least your dashboard up on Twitch on like a laptop or a tablet or something.
Yeah, it's pretty true.
I mean, like, yeah. I mean, like, mistakes happen, but the amount of times that I try to raid someone new and then they don't see the chat, I'm just like, oh. This is also why I don't like raiding people who are playing first-person shooters, by the way, because that just increases the odds of them not looking at the chat.
Yeah, because
Too
you have to
focused
be
on
really
the game.
competitive when it comes to games like that. Yeah. But I was that
African
way
felt
with
really
Pokemon
bad
Unite.
about his auto mod bullshit the other night.
Well, I mean, I'd be honestly insulted if he didn't feel bad.
It's fair.
It's fair, but if you get to him like, oh, he didn't feel bad, everyone was getting banned. I'm like, okay, maybe we have to talk about this guy.
To be fair, it was just you and Banana that got timed out.
That's funny. Well,
But-
that Stormy when tFay rated her
Yeah,
not too long ago, she
I
had
hate
settings.
auto bans. I hate auto bans. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's the dumbest thing.
Yeah,
in the
it's
world.
annoying. It's just stupid. It's just.
That was like the first thing I did was
get
went
it's
in and I
prevent
shut all that off
spam,
and just
but,
set up my own filters.
No, if you're gonna
Which-
prevent spam,
But
just
like
have
auto mods are
just have restrictions. So you basically it'll
Like
say
add like a limit.
It'll say like you
Yeah.
just sent a message, you can't say it again within like 2 seconds, which is fine. That's the way to prevent like spamming or something. Or you just sent that message, you can't see the same message again. Like there's way to do that.
I
Don't
think auto
ban
mods are good for
people.
new streamers though. Like
Or maybe, like,
but new
slow
streamers,
mode?
especially when you're not used to like controlling chat, when you're unsure on what might get people banned. Then there's other times like you'll
Well,
have
so then you could put on
especially if you're
things
new
like
streamers and
if
people
you're
you
gonna
know.
you can put on restrictions,
I have a
just
question.
not ban them. What's up, Hebi?
Did you guys,
Well,
when
but,
you
yeah.
set up your stuff, did either of you or any of you set up your own like filtered words that you have like bannable words for like
Yeah.
slurs and stuff?
Yes.
Hebi, I
No,
literally
not really.
set up everything, and it's like everything on their dog was set up on my stream when I started. I'm the wrong
I was
person
just-
to ask. I went through every setting.
Was I the only one
Yeah,
that
same
it
here.
made it
Same.
made you made me uncomfortable having to physically type out those words?
No.
No,
How the
'cause
hell
I
are
went to a
you gonna
website
ban them
and,
otherwise? Voice command?
I know.
Yeah, I went to a website and just like copy pasted.
Oh,
And
that's fair.
just like, okay, there we go.
It's a good way of doing
Because
it.
like that, I was worried that there were ones I wouldn't think of, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I mean that's fair.
Like, and
I'm not
that
gonna
last thing I
feel
wanted
bad
was-
for typing out the word. It's not like I'm sending
Yeah,
my
no.
ban list to someone.
No, it just
Well,
felt awkward.
I will say I do kind of agree with Hebi. It did feel awkward typing it out though.
Maybe I'm just weird that I don't feel awkward. I don't know.
Oh, well, that's
Maybe it's just I'm like if
Yeah,
you're not
I-
using it in any context, to me they're just words. Like if you just write
Yeah,
if you
well-
if you take it out of context, they're offensive because of how they're being used or within the context or in general. If you just write them down in a piece of paper, I'm just like, it's a word. You wrote a word down. Good job.
yeah, sure. I
Yeah.
guess.
I think it was more the
Or I
context
guess I
behind
got
it,
the-
me having to try and think of each word and how they were offensive, and then typing them out.
Well, I mean, you can't
Google
get
this one.
everything, right? You know, you just objectively, you have I'm pretty sure there's a ban word limit. Unless they added that. But I remember when I
There
was
is?
doing it, there was a ban word limit. Again, they might have passed that out. I haven't had to look at my ban words. You know, I haven't had a
Pretty
ban
sure mine
word
is set up
since I
through my-
started streaming.
I think mine's still set up through my bot, and my bot just, if it detects the words in chat, will ban them.
Yeah, but like, no, but see, if they use, let's say they use a inappropriate word or whatever, or maybe they mistype, which is also a big thing. Like, why can't you just not let the message go through or censor the word and not ban the user necessarily?
That's fair.
Like, I'm totally okay with auto deletion of the messages, or even like, 10, 30 seconds timeouts, just like really emphasize to the point that they shouldn't be doing that. But when someone does something by mistake, if you accidentally mistype like a word that that is banned, hypothetically, right? and then you're timed out for 10 minutes, that makes me want to leave a chat. I'm like, gone. I'm like, bye. I'm not waiting 10 minutes because I mistyped something.
Yeah.
Like,
And well, it depends. I guess
no, it's like,
like
with
it depends. Like
African.
the other day, I was timed out for using a word that I wasn't supposed to use. Turned out it was Wally's real name. Did not know that. Which I
Yeah,
thought was kind of
exactly. That's my point. Like, and if there's no way of knowing also why you're timed out or something like that, like, let's say I don't know what Wally's real name for the record is. We're gonna call it Wall, just for the hell of it. All right. If I type that in and I get timed out, and there's no message that appears that's saying you are timed out because you said his real name and we don't want you using it, which I think would be fair if there was a message like that. But like, I'm just timed out. Unless I really like the streamer, I'm not staying. Because I'm not getting. I'm not waiting like for that. Blah.
Do you have any input, Banana?
It's always good to give reasoning, yeah, behind why you were timed out. I think that's
like and there's the argument for you need to have auto banning because you don't have mods to ban people. Sure, but ban them. Set the timer down or something like that, or set like if you're gonna have auto timeouts for like emotes ban, hypothetically, make it like a 1 minute timeout. So like they know not to spam emotes, but they're not like sitting there twiddling their thumbs if they still want to be in your chat.
Yeah.
When you're first starting and you're first learning how to mod your own chat while streaming, I think it makes sense to have all those precautions set in place.
But 10
so
minutes,
that you don't have trolls coming in and
But I feel like it dissuades more. It dissuades more people than anything else. Like
10 minutes is a long time.
10 minutes is a lot in a stream. People judge you in 10 seconds.
Then what's the difference between 1 minute and 10 minutes?
Because if you have 1 minute, you might be willing to stay. If you decided, all right, like let's pretend if you don't like the streamer, but like let's say I like the streamer, right? Like let's say I like we raid someone random, like some Pokemon streamer that you recommend, Noctis, and I like the streamer. They're pretty good. I want to stay, but then I end up getting timed out for 10 minutes because of my raid message that has 4 emotes in it. I'm leaving, like 100%. I'm leaving. Like I'll leave the follow. I'm not gonna unfollow. But like maybe I'll come back later if I remember, but I'm not gonna wait 10 minutes. Like with African, I just pieced. Like no offense to African, I'm not waiting. Like that's my logic. Like if I'm not gonna stick around and wait 10 minutes because of something that wasn't an actual big deal, like that legitimately is not a deal. And if they if it's a precaution and they're able to untime me out right away, then I'm okay with it. When they go fumbling or not noticing, I don't care. I have other things to do. Was what I said that offensive or something? Or did everyone just like...
No, he just went silent.
Just not sure how to respond to that. So,
I don't know. Give your own opinions.
Nope.
I mean, no, you're totally entitled to that opinion. It's very matter of fact, and like that was the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very matter, but that's tFay on a lot of things, to be honest. But I think that's one of the things I like about you. It's conviction. I like it. I like an answer. I like people that have opinions that are very sure of their opinions, whether or not I agree with them or not.
That is fair.
Whether or not I agree with them or not. And that's one things tFay definitely has going for him.
I went to get water.
Oh, I see.
He just walks away.
Okay.
I thought he also went silent as well.
We could definitely talk about Banana being the first streamer I ever met to use a Chromebook to stream. Which
that was interesting for sure.
I feel like there's an argument to be made that a phone is actually better to stream off of than a Chromebook.
Yes, it is. Depends on what the phone is, though. Depends.
Didn't we have a phone streamer for a while? I feel like they had like
maybe
they had like a cat name and they were in Japan.
It was
I
like
literally
I
do
think it
not
was
pay.
Danny.
I don't
the
pay
green
attention.
Danny, that's who it was.
Danny Neko. Yeah. I don't pay attention to how most people stream. Like, I just look at it very matter of like I just look at the content. The only way I even know it's a console stream is because you literally see the live number on the top right.
Mm.
Oh, is it? No, never knew that.
But Danny was the only person I know who's a mobile streamer that was very open that they're a mobile streamer.
I was also
Also-
thinking maybe already exist. I don't know because like they did a couple.
Already, if he was a mobile streamer, he did a very good job because I couldn't tell.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. The ones I've seen were from
Yeah.
their
So the
house,
thing with Danny Neko's mobile streaming, and this is a thing that I think anyone who wants to do mobile streaming has to remember: adjust your overlays for PC, please.
Yeah.
Because his
Yeah.
overlay was very weird.
fair.
His streams were very awkward to look at because he set the overlays on mobile, so the scaling was horrendous.
Yeah, but
Huh.
it wasn't really great to look at, to be honest.
The more you know.
Okay, I remember that.
Yeah, like if you don't, I'm not saying you need the fancy overlays or whatever, but it's like there's certain things that is just gonna make people not want to look at your stream. Like if you have a lot of flashing lights or like a lot of clashing colors, that's probably also gonna like hurt the eyes. If your audio is super bad, people are probably gonna mute your stream. And yeah, if your
like,
overlay
that's
has like the
all-
worst, if like I think like the gameplay screen was like less than 25% of the screen on this thing, and then he has like huge logos. I'm like, oh, the pain.
Yeah.
Nah,
I need to work on an actual
No, that's-
overlay.
Maybe all right. This is gonna sound
it's
completely
fine.
contradictory,
Mhm.
but no, you don't.
Okay.
I know I'm the worst person to be saying that.
Are
feel
you
like
worse, or would
you
I be
kind of
worse to say
are.
don't work on your overlay?
But I could say from spending more money than any person should on an overlay, and their second overlay, and their third overlay, and all the overlay additions, and the current
And then
Pokemon one that
stingers.
I'm getting. I'm literally commissioning an overlay just for opening Pokemon cards, all right? I know what it's like to have a lot of designed overlays. It is very rare that the overlay is going to do anything to increase your stream numbers.
No, it just looks cool.
That is
I
also
think.
true.
Like, if your goal
It just
is
looks
like
cool.
me and you just love pretty things and art, which for the record is why I get overlays, fine, go for it. Like, but I never get a overlay design because I'm not Noctis. I can't really design my overlays or do anything because I think, oh, this is suddenly going to get me subscribers or viewers. Like, I didn't make Banana coming down the stairs and I'd be like, yes, this is how I'm going to get viewers and become big and famous. I'm going to spend hours making Banana on the stairs and it's going to get me the gold. No, I did
No,
it
I was
'cause it
more
was
thinking
fun, it
along the
looks
lines
like.
of.
Glory and fame will come down the stairs.
But no, I was thinking more along the lines of like right now I don't have like a just chatting screen or anything like that.
Which you don't
or
need.
I literally just
Which you
switched
don't
to my
need,
full
yeah.
webcam.
Which is all you need.
Yep.
I
Pretty much.
understand, but I feel like it would look better because my full
No,
webcam is
agreed.
kind of.
I just want to emphasize. I just want to emphasize mainly for
Well, then, okay.
listeners that overlays
Yeah.
rarely enhance your numbers if that's your goal when you're getting an overlay done.
Yeah. Honestly, the reason I make my overlays is because it's fun. I enjoy it. It's not. I don't think it's doing anything to help my stream. It's more. It's a.
I don't
a
know.
way
I
to
legit tune
be
into your streams
creative.
every time, wondering if there's going to be a new one.
No, but that's
Well,
like,
that's-
but I don't know. Maybe if Noctis has your shtick, but like new viewers heavy, not getting like people who are friends
Yeah.
and watch him ready to watch him.
That's fair.
Yeah, no, like the way for someone to like, oh, I wonder if he has a new overlay. It's because they have to have been in my chat more than once and seen what my overlay looks like. I haven't changed it all the way in probably like a month and a half.
I mean,
But-
most. All right,
and, you know,
I'm
maybe
just
it's
like
time.
I'm
Maybe
literally
it's time.
looking at all of the top streamers in my follow, like that I'm following. That I don't even know why I'm following them to begin with. almost none of them have an overlay. Like some of them don't even have a green screen. They just have a thing for their camera, and then they go.
Just winging it. Yeah.
Like oh no, okay. Here one streamer here has a nice border around their face cam. That there you go. That's also the closest thing to an overlay. Like overlays don't get you like don't get you anything. It's just do it if you like it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know what? Maybe I don't wear makeup to attract other people. Maybe I wear makeup to feel pretty, tFay. All right, you ever think of that? Maybe
Yeah.
that's what
I also
because
follow
I'm
that same
enjoying-
logic. Follow the same logic
Okay,
of
fair
like.
I think it was just a bad
so-
choice of wording on my part when I said I need to work on one. I was
Yes,
more
well,
along the lines
as
of
Noctis
it is
said-
something I want and need to
Oh,
work
you
on that
want
goal if I
to.
want to achieve that want.
Okay, well that's fine. As Noctis said, I'm very very strong with opinions. I very big when people say things like need or have to. Those like trigger words where like no, you don't. You do not have to do this.
Attempt at making one. Is that?
Like if Heavy you said I want to make an overlay, then I immediately would have started a conversation. Ooh, like what? So let's pretend you said that. Heavy, tell us about this overlay you want to design. Like, what do you want on it?
Oh,
What would you
I mean, I literally went into it as I would like. I need to
No,
make
like,
I
more
want
specific.
to make something
More specific.
along the lines of a
like-
better like transition into if I
Okay,
want to pull
let-
away from the game and chat.
No. So like, let's try to. Are you gonna have anything? Is it just gonna be like artsy, or is this gonna be something like where, let's use Wally as an example. On his overlay, he has this bits menu of like things you can get with bits. You know, are you gonna want to have like sub goal like goals on there?
I would like to put more information on there. I actually need to update the one I had for my main overlay for like subs and bits and donations and stuff like that because it broke on me for some reason and just quit displaying everything.
So actually, all right. So I've talked with Noctis though before. I'm just curious if Banana or Heavy, like, you have an opinion. I find I what's the best way to word this? I enjoy things much more when I took off all of my goals from my overlay. Because like when I put goals, it always just felt weird. Like one, it felt like some weird money flex if the number was really high. And if the number was really low, then I just felt sad. Like just seeing a 0 on my goals. It's like 0, like I used to have 0 out of 3 subs, right? Like I had a daily goal of 3 subs. And if I don't get any subs that day, not saying people need to sub to me every day. That's ridiculous. But I'm just like, well, that's just sad. I have a 0 on my overlay.
Yeah.
I'm more
I
like
get
the recognition ones for like when someone does sub or follow or tip or something. I like just having
So
like the
just
last known
messaging
one
your
to show
alert.
up.
No,
up there.
yeah, I don't fit those
Oh.
mainly for clutter reasons, but I've always found those fine. I too have done things because I want to get my name on the screen.
Huh.
So I definitely don't discount that. But just like in terms of like having goals, I always just found it weird, like, because, you know, if I don't meet it, it's like if you have a donation jar and you see the jar's empty, you're like, oh, why is nobody donating? I don't know if
Might
you
have
like
been
ever
stolen.
see. Oh gosh, possibly. I was going for like a
Yeah.
non grim answer.
That's fair. But you
Oh,
also have,
sorry.
I mean, you have your tip jar thing, and a lot of people I've noticed will purposely go and tip it with lots of ones just to try and fill it
Oh
for
yeah.
you.
Well, that's why I like the fact that you can do it with, like, you can fill it with ones, because it's such a not costly way of interacting with the overlay.
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool.
I don't. What I've been, I wouldn't say put off, but kind of caught off guard when I've actually seen some streamers that actually put minimum bit donation limits. Like I could understand for like not activating an alert or TT or text to speech, but like to not let somebody just donate a bit if they want.
It's basically clutter. like
Mhm.
I'm assuming this is on a streamer with a really active chat. The reason to do that is to avoid clutter, because even if you don't have an overlay, like an alert that goes off per se, like there's no in-game, but there's still chat clutter. It's like when you see a lot of the time, like with like automatic time messages or like auto response stuff like that. Like Noctis just likes to delete the message because just shut up, get out of the way. So how like active is the chat, Hebi?
That's fair. I don't know. I can't even remember the last time I saw that happen. It
Yeah, like-
surprised me that anyone would turn down any form of monetary donation.
I mean, I put it in the
If
same
they have them
vein
active at
of
all.
I put it in the same vein of big streamers don't want raids. I put it in the same exact vein as that. It's like just anything to distract anything. It's just like we don't like it. Like I'm not rating anyone with over 100
yeah.
viewers. What?
Yeah, no point. There's no point. No, honestly.
They don't give a shit. They don't even want it most of the time.
Yep. You're not going to get any recognition from the streamer, and your chat is mostly like for us, especially the people that are like sub 50 people. You're taking your slow, easygoing chat into somewhere crazy.
Chaos.
Utter chaos.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely
if you've ever
different
been
environment.
in 100 people in chat, it's usually crazy.
Especially when half of it's emote spam. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Man, it was still.
And
I thought that was really crazy yesterday.
Since since we all stream, I'm kind of curious what you think as viewers. If you go into a chat
We
and they
all
don't read
stream?
your message, do you care? I know, right?
That depends on
You
what the
guys care?
message is. I'm gonna say that very much depends. If not everything I type
I
in
didn't
the chat,
hear the question.
Do you feel bad when you get ignored?
Yes.
I mean, it would depend on the stream.
Not every message I type, I necessarily want the streamer to read off and respond to. It's just more on just here's a message, for your information. But if I make like a joke or something like that, like adding on to the current conversation, I guess to be very specific here. If I'm adding on to the current conversation and it gets ignored, then I feel bad. I'm like, what? Why are you ignoring me? This literally helps.
Like
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking about like Pokemon, and then Banana's like, Call of Duty got a new gun, I'd be like, no.
Woo.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is like you go into someone's chat and you say hi, and you barely get a hi out of them. It's not like chat is moving fast. It's just like they're not interacting with you.
Are they interacting with everyone
It's
else
just
more?
Or just in general, like they're not engaging with chat, period.
Let's say they're engaging more with their regulars, like their mods.
I've actually experienced that.
That generally pisses me off. Even I hate, like, I do take into account not every stream is perfect in terms of acknowledging every message in chat. I miss messages in chat all the time, even if it's not moving that fast. I'm just blind. What was I gonna say? But in terms of like, I think it is part of the streamer's job to make people feel welcome, unless that's just not their goal as a streamer. That's also a thing. Some streamers just don't want to bring in new people.
I actually saw a streamer the other day that was actively trying to chase away some of their fandom because they retired from VTubing and just wanted to do art stuff. And because the VTubing community they were part of was just too toxic. So they were literally like, if people got in the chat and were acting crazy, they were intentionally being aggressively toxic to try and make them go away. It was kind of weird.
Okay, yeah, I'm ripping this off on the live chat. All right, what are your thoughts on when someone says hi, and then you're greeting them, you're all excited, and then you ask them how they're doing, or just any kind of generic question, and then you just never hear from them again?
I try not to take it hard, but it gets it. I've actually had that happen a lot. I'll have people pop in and be like, "Oh, hi, I saw you're streaming this," and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing this. Have you played?" Blah blah blah, and I'll try and promote and engage and get some answers, and then it's just silence. Like they lurked or they left or I don't know, and it's just like, did I say something wrong? Are you still there? I thought you wanted to engage.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, that's gonna happen a lot.
obviously different
Um,
experiences. I want to feel like I want some interactions from the streamer to make me feel like like they give a damn that I'm there.
So the
Is what I'm
question,
looking for.
yeah, there's many reasons against it, but like not every, like it depends what kind of streamer. Not every streamer actually wants to necessarily engage with their chat. You know, we're not going to name any names, but I'm sure you could think of some of streamers who are. It's kind of just more of a show, and then the streamers are just doing their thing, and then people watch, and they just make meme commentary and stuff like
Oh,
that. Again, not naming any names, but there's shit tons of them out there, and so it's like when you feel bad or when you want that responding from the streamer, like, is that a streamer that's like actually someone who talks to new people and/or the chat? Like, would you feel bad if it's someone who clearly doesn't give a fuck?
I don't know if I'd feel bad if that's the understanding going in. It would be more of the premise of whether or not they're engaging with some people but not others. Why is the others getting neglected?
Well, yeah, but
Yeah,
I try to think of the
a lot of time it's
circumstance.
they're regulars.
Hmm.
I mean, there are some streamers who basically don't. This sounds bad, but I'm gonna be devil's advocate here. Who don't want to invest time, like building up conversation with new people when they're just gonna say a couple things and bounce. Like, let's using Heavy's thing as an example. Like, let's say I'm having a conversation with all of you guys, right? Like on stream, and then random person number 6 just shows up and says hi, and then I'd be like, I'd have to stop what I'm doing, like stop what I'm talking about, and then just like give the spiel to the new person, and because they're effectively interrupting our conversation, and I could see a streamer not wanting to do that.
Hmm. I don't know.
I mean,
Like,
Yeah,
that's a
That's a
fair
hard
argument.
situation. Yeah.
Like, at least for me, when things happen, I do try to, like, in terms of the stream reaction, I try to get a gauge on like the circumstances behind why they might react or not react. So I've sometimes said things that were ignored, and I'd be like, maybe this what I said is not okay or something like that, or maybe it just doesn't apply to the conversation, or maybe they just didn't notice me. I don't know.
I guess. I don't know.
But what are all right? So what are your thoughts on the people who keep spamming the same message over and over again if the streamer doesn't reply?
I've done that.
Uh,
Well, I do it in tFay mostly, but
I don't think I count.
Yeah,
I
I
don't-
don't think you can.
I'm not active in a lot of like big streamers streams. Like
They
they're
don't have
like
to be a big streamer,
maybe
but like if they don't, maybe they
enough
don't
to
want
where
to
there's that
respond
to
kind
here.
of conversation going in the chat, though.
But like, let's
I mean,
say
generally, I see
no.
that
But even
kind of spam
if I
in-
don't respond to your message, maybe I don't want to respond to it, right? But they're gonna act like, you know, they're gonna act like you missed it, or they want their reply, so they're just gonna keep saying it like every 5 minutes. Maybe not even spam. They're just gonna keep saying it like just consistently.
Haven't really planned for that one, or had it cross my mind that it might happen. Not really sure how I would respond. I mean, I always try and be polite and consistent when anybody messages me, but I haven't really thought about them asking a question I'm not comfortable talking about or comfortable answering.
Maybe just say, I'm sorry, I can't really respond to that.
Because that is a conversation I've had with other streamers in the past, especially like starting out when the community is like not super started. People get super butthurt when you're not when you're not when you don't respond to them. Noctis, what are your thoughts?
I don't know. I like. It does feel like if you should respond to as many messages in your chat as you can, and for me, like if someone says something in your chat, even if you don't want to talk about it, you should mention it. Like the
At
fact
least
that you don't want
acknowledge
to
it and be
talk about it
like,
should be
I
kind
don't
of
want
like,
to talk about it. Let's move on.
well, yeah, like oh man, did you see the presidential election? And it's like, guys, I'm sorry, I really don't want to talk about that on stream. Of course, because it varies day to day. There are some days where I'm like, all right, you want to talk about it? Let's talk about it, and I get uppity. But then there are other days where guys, not today. Let's skip that talk. Same with like in a lot of times it's like a joke or they're asking about trying to join me in game. It's like, no, I'm not letting you join me in game. And if they mention,
Hell,
if
I'm
they
pretty
like,
sure I've
oh,
had
can I
those
join? Can I
interactions with
join?
tFay.
Then, well, jeez. Then you ban them, or you time them out. You know.
Oh, Noctis just told
Give
me
him
to
the
ban you,
bot.
Heavy. So when you get banned,
Oh no.
you know
sorry, Hebi. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's my point of view. Is like if you're uncomfortable to talk about it, then you should probably talk to that chatter about it.
Well, what if
About
you're
why
not?
you're
What if you're
uncomfortable
not
and tell
uncomfortable
them not to.
talking about it? You just don't want to respond to it. Just like
like what?
like
Can you give
there's-
me an example here?
let's just say someone just says something that's just like stupid or annoying or something like that. Like, you know, if someone just comes into your chat and then they just like say, hey, you know, Call of Duty is better than Fortnite. And then they just starts rattling on about Call of Duty.
Well,
I'll probably just ignore them if I'm not banning them already.
well, listen. Okay, you want to respond to that? Listen, it being 13 is really hard. I know that.
Yeah, basically. I guess that's a better way I should have said it. What if you have a 13-year-old in your chat? I guess
Oh
that's
my
a
God.
I mean, if
better
they're
way.
13, they're probably getting banned anyway.
I think I should have said that. I
well,
should
no,
have
you
said
didn't
that.
on Twitch, but
'Cause my
I know
streams are
as
18
soon as you
plus.
said it, I knew it is usually. Well, my streams are. I almost always say it's a mature
That
stream.
doesn't
But yeah,
stop
that's
people.
definitely a. It does not. It does not. It all it takes is one button push to make Twitch think you're old enough.
All that does is provide, like, I don't know what's the best word, like reasoning for banning their ass, or like, I don't
It
know.
gives you a cop out to ban them without having to make up
but-
another excuse.
Okay, maybe I'm weird. I don't give a shit about having a reason to ban someone. If I want to ban someone, I ban them.
No,
They're gone.
agreed. You're the streamer. You can ban them.
Yep.
I don't
I mean,
need to
that's
say this
fair.
is an 18 plus stream. The only reason to even say an 18 plus stream is just to it's to just sort of implied.
It's more of a
thematic the stream
disclaimer
beforehand.
/ covering your butt. You're like,
But, like,
hey, if
yeah,
your kid's in my
that's
stream,
more
it's
for
not my
Twitch
fault.
Okay, but yeah, I guess, all right, let me reword the question. If you have a 13-year-old in your stream, do you reply to them? Or do you ban them?
If I know they're 13,
okay,
they're getting
this one
banned.
wants to
All right, let's
bad-
pretend they're acting like a 13-year-old and
No,
you don't
it's-
know they're 13.
Like usually I ban them.
Maybe just tell them
I
to
don't want to
chill
deal with
out for a
annoying
little
people.
bit, like
I
chill.
don't- Yeah. Chill out
I would.
here on the couch. You get one chance, and then they're like, "Oh, blah, 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 blah." Nope, ban." Like
Yeah.
being in my
It's like-
chat. I'm not saying it's a privilege, but it's kind of a privilege.
I mean,
Like, don't
it literally is a
have to deal
privilege.
with you. I can turn
Some
chatting
adults can
off.
act like they're like a kid as well, so
Yeah, it all depends on
Watching
my
a
mood.
stream,
Other times I'll yell at my chat.
watching a stream, I mean, is technically their right as a Twitch user, but being active in the chat is a privilege granted by the streamer.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I can't ban them from. I can't stop them from watching me, but I can definitely
stop them from talking.
kind of mitigate it by banning them.
Do you think that if you ban
what?
someone, they should not be allowed to watch you?
Yes, I would love that ability. I would love the ability to stop people from being able to watch me.
I'm mixed on that, but
Yeah. They can also still harass you from like following. They just follow and unfollow. Just...
Yep.
Well, that's why I say like basically like your entire page is blocked if you ban them. Is the circumstance that I'm So basically, they
'Cause
can't do
if
anything to
let's
interact
say-
with you.
Yeah. Let's say they're a dick, and I tell them to fuck off and ban them. They're like, okay, so they're like, go down to my about me and find the Discord. So they go to Luna, and they become an asshole and start making trouble there. Then it's like this asshole has gone from ruining my stream to ruining the Discord community that I love. All right, that's bad enough. Now let's take it one step further. And they're like, I'm going to go harass them on Instagram. I'm going to go harass them on Twitter, on all of the social media links that I have down there because I want to interact with people. Like, and they can just keep taking it further and further and further. I would like to, if I ban them from my stream, it's because I don't want them interacting with me at all. Honestly, I think they shouldn't be able to look at your page or anything about you.
That's
Definitely
a
should be an
really,
option.
That's a
Nope.
very valid point. Yeah.
For anyone who is listening and wondering why that isn't an option, it's because the only way to do that fundamentally is to block an IP address, and it's the easiest thing in the world to change an IP address. So there's no, at least with today's technology, there's no way to actually do that. So this is one of the few things that I don't blame Twitch.
No, it's not. It's
there's
definitely
no
not
feasible way of
easy.
doing
It's not
it.
something.
What?
I was gonna say, yeah, there's definitely no easy way to do it, but I feel like it's something they should be working on.
I mean, working on
Yeah.
how would you do
I
it?
mean-
Like, use fantasy and come up with your like. is
Trolls
there
are
a
going to
way-
find a way. I mean, they could definitely
I'm not a
implement
programmer,
banning
good
accounts.
sir. I have no idea.
But yeah, no, with the alternate accounts thing, yeah, sadly, there's no way around alternate accounts. I fell victim to that with people I've banned. Just ban them again. I mean, that's what it comes down to. You just got
Pretty
to
much.
keep banning, dropping that ban hammer. I mean, I keep banning Hebi, but he keeps showing up. You know. Now it's just like, what?
Yeah, he
when,
does.
when are we gonna resolve this?
Make
You're
it
stuck
about
with me forever.
So there is a
You
limit.
can't
Or
escape
at least
us.
the length of the podcast, at least apparently.
Yeah, we need to have
Oh my
guests. All right. Heavy keeps sneaking in here, and Noctis
We-
keeps letting
yeah.
him in.
That is true. Listen,
It's
before
better than no one.
stream, I texted you because I have your cell phone number. Hey, bruh, do you think we want Heavy on the podcast?
Okay, see,
Because that's
immediately
how I
I
talk. I
blocked
say,
you
"Hey,
because you
bruh."
call me bruh. So that's step
No.
one.
That's why you
Bruh.
didn't respond. That makes so much sense.
You literally yelled at
That
me
makes so much sense.
for not showing up and being on the podcast the one
No,
time
I
y'all didn't
show-
have guests.
I yelled at you because you said you were going to and you didn't. That's what I don't care. Like, this is the P.O. Box thing all over again, all right? I don't care if people don't want to send stuff to my P.O. Box, but I have one if you want to send me stuff. I just care when people say, get a P.O. Box so I can send you things, and then they don't send things. Like, another
That's true.
streamer
They did
I
send me
know...
something, so that'll be there Friday.
That's a bit obnoxious, yeah.
Another streamer I know literally has been paying $75 a month for their P.O. Box, and they've barely gotten anything, so they're canceling their P.O. Box. And I'm just thinking, like, how much
Jeez.
money was spent. And for the record, that was the cheapest
Yeah.
option. Like,
That hurts.
it's an issue.
Okay, I was about to say that seems like an expensive PO box, but okay.
I agree. It's more expensive than
Sounds
when I
fancy.
pay. But apparently it was the cheapest option at whatever the post office they went to.
What the?
That's crazy.
I would have argued going to a different post office, but, you know, that's just me.
Yep.
But not the point. The point being that if you know, when people say, like, when people say things that affect what I'm doing and then they don't follow through, yes, again, I know I did that. You know, if shit hits the fan, shit hits the fan. But, like, you know, I'll get mad, but then I'll understand. Like, if you say, like, if Banana says, like, tFay, I was gonna send something to your PO box, but then, you know, my laptop broke, I had to get it repaired, it cost money, and I don't have funds to buy you Pokemon cards. I'm like, you know, Banana, I get that. We're cool. But if it's like tFay, I was gonna order you Pokemon cards, get a PO box. I'm like, all right, Banana. I made the PO box. It's like, oh, I mean, I just don't want to anymore. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
I was gonna.
it's one of those things. It's like the podcast is like one of those things that's always when people are like, "When are you gonna take a day off?" I'm like, "Well," and then people are like, "Not Wednesday. You can't take off Wednesday because the podcast affects other people." I'm assuming that's it, and I don't know. Maybe people just secretly really like the podcast more than my normal streams.
Maybe.
I don't know. Probably
don't know.
not. I like.
Have you
I could
guys
be
gotten any analytics
abrasive
on your listens or watches on YouTube or
YouTube
Spotify or
views are
anything?
shit, but I don't expect anything from YouTube. Noctis
Yeah.
has analytics on
YouTube is
everything
100%
else.
because it's free.
I
I mean, we can see. Like, I think it's more fascinating where people are viewing from,
yeah.
because apparently we'll get people to listen to the podcast.
I'm curious
like,
about
in,
that.
South America, and yeah, that's kind of interesting. But it's
Uh,
more in a like fascinating sort of way, not in a this is useful for determining how we're gonna do our stream sort of way, or like
Oh yeah, no,
details about the podcast.
not enough
And
14.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what it comes down to is I didn't expect giant numbers from starting a podcast in today's I'm gonna say social media economy, because podcasts seem to be becoming more and more popular.
Yeah,
the
and it
thing
was a
with-
big thing with the pandemic too. Is I think everybody and their mother.
yeah, but
Like I know some people that
yeah,
literally released a
definitely.
book that says everyone has a podcast except you.
But
Yep.
it's all about that social media. The people who have the best podcast numbers are the ones with the biggest. I'm trying to find the right words.
Influence?
Media presence. I want to say, influence is
Yeah.
another word. Like, I'm not
People
active on social media at all. I'm, so I could promote the podcast left, right, and center, and no one's gonna see it because I have a Twitter account where I post when I'm going live half the time. That's my social media.
It's really weird because Twitter hardly ever shows me any of your tweets. Like every once in a while, I'll see one, but
That's
they don't.
because
And
I
I'm
don't-
only
Just
following.
because tFay has you banned. I wasn't supposed to tell you, but tFay has you banned.
I don't
Yeah, he
tweet.
doesn't
I
want to
don't
see any
tweet
heavy
enough
and
that I probably
things.
fit into the algorithm. Like, I follow a bunch of artists and other shit, and I don't see a lot of those. I don't see many of the other streamers who I follow. You know what I see? VTubers. Everyone in their it's
Oh,
VTubers
yeah.
and people
Oh.
bitching.
They're everywhere.
I get so frustrated because half the stuff I see is stuff that people I follow have liked or retweeted, and not actual content that they've posted. And it's
That
always
I
like
find
content from other people.
I don't know if anyone knows this. Is that like just geared in the Twitch algorithm that likes and likes and retweets have priority over your own tweets? Because I feel like I feel like it does, or people just don't ever make their own tweets. I don't know, one over the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use Twitter like intermittently. Usually I'll get on I'll stream through, and I usually only comment on like 3 or 4 different people.
Oh, that's
I
more
used to
than
have
me.
nothing to do with it, but I've actually like proven myself that using the hashtag system when I go live actually helps bring in viewers for that specific game or something that I'm playing.
Does it? I don't know. I've never tried that. Now you have me curious.
Still don't want to do it.
I've had I've had people like retweet my tweets and then come watch me and stream at least for a little bit.
Nope. I see that with my OnlyFans content, but I never see it with my my Twitch
Bruh.
content.
Are
No,
you
I
using the hashtag
do-
system? I haven't checked your Twitter either.
I don't maybe
Sometimes.
this I being like pseudo like hipster pseudo buzz. I don't like the hashtag system because of how everyone uses the hashtag system, like 15 different hashtags for like everything just to get it looked at. It's not, is this relevant to the hashtag? It's look at me, so I'm using the hashtag. So I just like
That's fair.
that's definitely
ignore the hashtag system.
that is TikTok to a T. If you
That's what I
go
mean,
in there,
Because
It's
I'll
like-
actually look, because like if you start typing in a hashtag, it'll do like a Google search type thing and pull up the most related, like fill in the blank of what you're typing. and I'll look at the ones
Mhm.
and see how many people are using that tag and use that tag within the last hour, so I can kind of gauge how much traffic that tag is getting.
Yeah, it's like, for example, all right, I feel like I'm bashing VTubers. This is not meant to bash VTubers, but like, it's very common with VTubers. Anytime a VTuber posts almost anything, even if it's not necessarily VTuber related, you're getting like 5 VTuber tags on there because they want all the VTubers
I
to
know.
look at it. And I'm like,
I'll be
dude,
right back.
it just triggers me. I'm just like, I can't take hashtags seriously. Like, does it help? Probably, but I still don't want
I
to
don't
do
know,
it
I
on my
hate
own
saying hashtag,
principles.
seriously, when you say hashtag out loud, I hate it. I gotta be honest.
I mean, what else do you want to call it? Pound?
Millennial in me.
Hash brown.
No, definitely
Pound,
No,
please
hashtag
notice
definitely.
me. Pound hashtag.
I know what it is, but I'm just saying, when I hear people say hashtag, I just think of like a 16-year-old.
Yes, that definitely
Talking
makes you
about
sound like a
Instagram.
boomer. That just makes you sound like a boomer. But
Yeah.
still.
I recognize that, and I apologize. It is the boomer, my dad mostly,
You're 100%
creeping
a
through in my
boomer.
personality, and I hate it. Okay, well, you know what? Stream canceled. Podcast over.
All right, what?
I gotta go. Do my taxes. I guess. I don't know. I'm a boomer now. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you for that.
I feel like at
That makes
some
sense.
point we need to have a social media guru on the podcast.
Who do we know that's a social media guru?
I know a couple, but they'd probably
That
never come
sounds
on the
like
podcast.
See, that's a boomer like inclination if I've ever heard it. A social media guru. It's called an influencer, tFay.
No,
Get with the times. Am I
not
right,
someone.
Banana?
No. I am actually distinguishing here. I don't know if there's a better term. Not someone who's like an influencer to someone who does a lot of social media. Like, there are people who literally like educate people on how to use social media.
I know
like,
what
as
you
a
mean,
job.
Those kinds of
but you
people.
sound like a boomer.
I know
And I
I'm
gotta
a
say that
I
because it
am a
made me feel
boomer,
old.
so you know.
Oh no, no! I didn't know we were doing a podcast with a boomer. Time to definitely end it now.
Well, see
Mostly
ya.
because
No.
we're getting close to that 2-hour mark, aren't we? Where are we at?
Yeah, but you haven't talked about
I'm-
hentai or dojins yet, so we have to keep going.
Oh
What?
well, I mean, you can only talk about that so much. Am I right?
Well, that's why we always end the podcast whenever you bring it up.
Well, that's also fair. Would you prefer it? Usually, you tell me after the stream.
I don't
No, just
prefer
don't
it,
do
but we
that.
also have to wait for Hebi to come back because I think ending it while he's gone is kind of rude.
That's true.
That's a great point. I didn't even think of that. That's funny.
Can you imagine
man, I love
leaving
it.
to like hold up and then leave? Actually, all right, that's a thing. All right, if you're like doing a group anything with people, and then you have to step out for a bit, and they're gone by the time you get back, am I the only who gets super triggered by that?
Oh yeah, no, I get it. But at the same time, podcast. He knows how long the podcast lasts. That's more on him than on us.
I'm not saying
Or
he's
just
not.
the asshole
It's
of me
not
talking.
about whether or not we're justified. All right, he is Hebi. It's automatically justified. Hashtag free Hebi. Hashtag not a real hashtag. But that doesn't,
Yeah.
it's pseudo common courtesy, I guess. Hashtag more hashtags. I don't know. I also, maybe this is the weirdest complaint I have about Twitter. I can't make joke hashtags on Twitter because they all exist. Like, if you I'd like
That's
make
true.
a joke as a hashtag, and then I like realize after I click the hashtag already exists, and it's something very like stupid and or inappropriate depending on the joke I made. I'm like, oh, and I have to like delete my tweet and like remake it without the hashtag, or like I just put a space after the hashtag, so it's not actually a hashtag. It's just like blah. I don't know. I just hate hashtags. I hate hashtags. Also, I've gotten past trying to grow my stream, I guess. So I don't really think about things like, oh, if I get hashtag, I can get new viewers.
That's see, like when I think of hashtags, I think of Instagram. To be honest, I don't think of Twitter.
I mean,
And I think
don't
of
they
all
provide
the
the same
posts that I've
principle?
done in the Yeah, they do. But I'm
Oh,
saying
okay.
that's where that's what I think of. But I think of all the times I've done like hashtag who gives a shit about hashtag stuff like that. Like I use them more as a joke, which might go back to my like Tumblr days.
Tumblr.
Oh man,
Tumblr or Humbler?
that was
I'm being
definitely
weird today.
Tumblr is. Don't get me started on Tumblr.
less interesting nowadays. I will say that.
I get maybe this is like super boomer of me. Hashtag tFay's a boomer. But like I hate like the social media platforms where people just use it to post the weirdest, stupidest shit. Like I hate 4chan. Oh my god, I hate 4chan. Then again,
Well, yeah,
I think again, most people hate
that's
4chan, but still, I also hate Tumblr for similar
that's
logic.
normal.
Like 4chan
Really,
is just
Tumblr is
4chan
a
is just
different community.
it is, but the principles of how we're like I hate most social medias. Keep in mind, it's not like I only hate Tumblr. Like I hate
That's
most
fair.
social medias because it's just all trends. It's all hashtags. It's all just trying to like. It's so much notice me. Like versus providing good
Yeah.
content. Like
Yeah, but like Tumblr is 100% like communities. Like you have the Super Hulock fandom, you have the Bronies, you have the.
yeah,
And I think I enjoy that rather
never.
than the.
I mean, I've said this before. I hate fandoms. I don't really associate with fandoms.
Fair enough.
Not even T fandoms?
I associate with the T fandoms. They're the only
T
good fandom.
fandom.
The T fandom is the best fandom. Though I also do. I feel like based on how many people T fandom doesn't make any sense for how many people don't pronounce my name right. I just love like going to a new streamer and like and they just try to pronounce my name. Or if they're Asian, they just say, "Can I call you Tifa?"
Tifa.
That's most Asians.
Tifa. Oh man, I've heard that not a lot. Tifa.
I've also got the. Oh, I know you through Xeons. Are you Malaysian?
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
All
Did I
right.
miss anything important?
Welcome back, Hebi.
Noctis wanted to end the stream while you were gone.
Rude.
See, it is rude, Noctis.
2 hours. 2 hours. You know how long this lasts, all right? And it wasn't like, well, see, here's the other thing. You can't even. It wasn't like, oh, I gotta go check on Poppy. I gotta go check on Yuki. I gotta go do something related to family. No, it's go get some water. It is the 2 hour limit. You know this,
What?
Heavy.
No, I literally forgot what time it was and I had to go run a bath for the baby.
It was family related.
You said I need to go get some water. Yeah.
I just said I'll be right
Okay.
back.
The bath
He
has-
did not give a reason.
The bath is
I
related
thought you were
to
actually
water.
gonna, I thought you were going to complain that he
I'm
didn't
gonna go
give a
get some
reason.
water.
He did not
I heard
give a
I'm
reason.
gonna go get some water.
No, that was me who
He
earlier
gave a
left
reason.
without
I
even
can
giving
see.
a reason.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope, he
tFay
said-
disappeared
I
and
heard it.
came back. He's like, oh, I went and got some water. What'd I miss?
No.
And also,
Heavy
it
said
hasn't been 2 hours yet. It took us like almost 20 minutes just to start recording.
No, we are at 1
thank
hour
God.
and 58 minutes into the recording. So we actually are supposed. We really should have been
Oh.
starting the wrap-ups by now.
Ah.
But I
Exactly.
was
See?
saying that we should.
I'm
not-
being backed up
no,
in chat.
I literally use these words heavy, which is why I found it so funny. I was like, isn't it kind of like I was like, it's a pet peeve of mine. Like I find it rude when you're in a group activity and you leave and then everyone else ends the activity while you're gone. And then you come back and you're like, well, that's rude. Heavy justifying my point.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, tFay is feeling sure of himself because someone validated him a little bit. Shocker! Welcome to the podcast.
I try not to do it often, but when he's right, he's right.
Mm-hmm. See,
That's fair. I wouldn't. I want to.
I don't give Heavy praise because I need him to really appreciate the times that I do. You know, if I always praised Heavy, then he'd just take it for granted. What was that sentence like? So
Wait,
shocking?
you
Everyone goes
praised
into
me?
silence. Yeah, I was like, all right. So on that note, I guess apparently we need to end the podcast.
We all just went blank right this.
Everyone
Yep.
just goes blank at tFay praising Heavy. Yeah, guys. So that was
When you
episode
post when you post this podcast, you're probably gonna want to edit out all the awkward silences.
Probably
No,
not gonna
that-
happen.
Probably not gonna happen.
Neither me nor tFay has the time to do that.
Nope. All right. Here's the like again. If we were a bigger podcast and or cared, if like about like how many numbers we got, we would edit out the awkward pauses. But like, it's not gonna change our numbers. Let's be honest. All right. If you're listening to the podcast off the live stream, like let's say you just don't go to the live streams, you listen off the you listen offline. Do you actually like care if there's an awkward pause? Are you gonna be like, well, there's an awkward pause, I guess I'm gonna stop listening to the podcast?
Yeah, no, it's definitely.
It's just
not,
funny
I don't
'cause
think
we
it's
don't-
based on awkward.
We don't have any like background music, or no one has
Well,
any like
maybe-
static because
oh,
we all have good
perfect
filters on our
segue
mics, so it's just like it's like
To
dead silence.
Our Patreon, where if we reach a certain, when we raise enough money on our Patreon, we'll be able to actually hire someone to make music to fill in these awkward
There
pauses.
you go.
That is true.
Oh my gosh.
We could get Jess to make some lounge music for us.
Yeah, so let's.
Wait,
let's
do
take a-
people play music the entire time a podcast is going?
there's-
Not
I mean,
all
we
the
can we
time,
can
No.
definitely have background music that's set up, so it's not like intrusive when we're talking, but like it's notable to fill in the gaps when we're not talking. Like we can literally make that the requirement.
Because when it comes, yeah. Well, I mean that's like when I think of like podcasts, I think of people just talking. There's no music in the background.
Well, all right. So here's also the real controversy thing, and we do need to end. So let's just sort of end, like maybe food for thought, or we'll talk about this after the recording.
Food for thought. Okay.
People have said, "Oh, tFay and Noctis are talking over us and not letting us chance to talk today." tFay stops talking to give other people a chance to talk. Nobody talks.
Agreed. Yep, that is kind of how it goes.
That happens a lot. Yes.
So
Like,
don't-
usually
Yeah,
we're not
happens
talking and like
It's like, oh my god, they ain't got the
just
chance to
go
talk.
radio silence.
Don't give me shit for constantly talking if nobody's gonna talk when I don't talk. Hashtag
Yeah, I
tFay
agree
is
with that.
falsely adjusted.
It's your fault,
Hashtag
tFay.
free
It is
tFay.
literally just a collective opinion of the Luna community to give tFay shit for anything.
Yeah, give him shade.
This is the podcast all over again. Let the guests talk more. Let's guests talk more. Guests don't want to talk. And then they're
Yeah,
like,
I agree. That's kind of feel.
Well, now that we actually have
I don't
it,
know.
we changed our minds. We're like cats. We can't decide if we want in or out.
What
what the fuck? That's your
Let me out,
analogy?
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Here, go out. I
But
like-
yeah, guys,
I don't know, that's fine,
legitimately
actually.
though, at the very, whether we have it played during the podcast or not, we do want to get some theme music at least for the beginning of the podcast. Some nice intro shenanigans, some nice outro shenanigans. So if you are interested, feel free to go check out the podcast, the Patreon. Current patrons, why is he still in the fridge? Mr. Cleaning the fridge 420 times. Miss loves Vix too much, even though they don't do anything anymore. The best tFay supporter ever. And our newest patron, who I'm not sure Noctis knows exists.
All right, I do not. To be honest.
We actually got Virgo, the lovely faithful lurker
Ooh.
Virgo,
Oh,
who just
gee.
recently joined the Patreon family. I meant
Ooh,
to
he
tell
said to
Noctis
me
and I
the other
There's
night.
forgot.
episode 2.
I literally
Quick-
forgot to tell Noctis this
Quick
days
side
ago.
note, You're awesome, and we love you. Yeah, you should have told me days ago. I feel cheated.
I
Should have been on
forgot.
Lies,
Thanks
lies.
everybody for coming out and tuning in.
But yeah.
Probably having a grudge against
Alright,
Noctis
guys,
for not playing Pokemon
Wait.
Unite.
Tune in next week if maybe it's happening next week. It may or may not happen. But you know what?
Is it?
Most of you either just follow my notifications or you just check the Apple iTunes wherever you listen to for when there's an episode. And considering that we're not consistent about those either, I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, no, like it's definitely not Apple. No, almost no one uses Apple Podcast. Do you know how much effort I went through to get that set up on Apple Podcasts, and no one uses it?
And so see you next week
It's
where
the one no one
where
uses.
we hire a therapist to come in and talk to Noctis.
Thanks for having us.
Bye, guys.
Been fun.
Monsters! Where the hell is that coming from?